At first they said he was not a suspect. Now they're saying everyone is a suspect.
Okay.
So which means that he's a suspect.
That would include him, yes.
Yeah.
But the thing that interests me most is that the Los Angeles Times is reporting that a bloody glove was found in O.J.'s home that matches a glove found near the bodies.
Oh.
But, you know, I don't think that O.J. could go to somebody's house and stab them.
I don't know. We know O.J. I just saw him.
I mean, looking at him, he didn't look like a guy who would do that.
He's been in here, and I just saw him at the Trump wedding.
Yeah.
And he was mumbling something about how he hated white people.
Oh,
but
stop it.
No.
That was his wife.
Oh. No, he was just like, you know, he was way too happy. I mean, Tony Katane was kissing him. They've known each other forever. And
yeah, what was not to love?
He was telling me about all the broads he's nailing. I mean, bragging.
Really?
Yeah. Why would you want to kill anyone?
Why would you want to have to go to jail when you're having that good a life?
Oh, please. That's why I don't believe he did it. You know, that's my humble opinion. But you don't know, sometimes guys wig out. That girl, that his ex-wife was a knockout. Those pictures of him kissing her in the paper are so taboo.
And she was with a 25-year-old guy.
Yeah, maybe he got jealous.
You never know.
Well, why would he be jealous? Doesn't he get tons of women?
Did he leave her or did she leave him? Do you know?
I think he beat her, so I guess...
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, he beat her. Yeah, he also had a history of beating her.
Was that the one he beat?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
It doesn't look that good, does it?
Oh, boy.
But stabbing, come on, that's a different thing.
Right.
Much different. Major trouble.
You know, I just see if O.J. was going to kill somebody, I just see him using a gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, now
or a golf club. What?
His lawyer was on TV last night.
Howard Weitzman.
Yeah, and
yes, everybody gets him, apparently.
Although they did have their problems in the past, the one he beat, they were friends now.
Yeah, well.
How close?
But how do you...
No, they were attempting a reconciliation.
That's what I heard.
Of course, no one can ask her, but...
Oh.
It doesn't look good when your history is that you beat the woman and now they found a bloody glove in your apartment. But it could have been a plant, like maybe someone was pissed off at O.J. for having an affair with their wife, and he framed him. But who would go to all that trouble?
I just said to Jackie, you'd have to hate a woman a lot to give up all those millions to kill her.
In 99%...
Do you think about that when you're in a rage?
I would.
Think about your millions?
I know Howard would.
Oh, yes. In 99%...
I think about my millions and not even care.
In 99% of these murders, it's usually a close relation.
Right. Oh, yes. Most people are murdered by somebody they know.
Now, you say she was seeing a 25-year-old guy. Now, the ex-wife was murdered, and she was in the house with a girlfriend, a female friend, right?
I thought it was a guy.
See, now today it says it's a woman.
All right, let me see here.
Open up the Daily News.
I'm looking at the AP report.
Go to the Daily News for a second. You got that?
Yes.
I remember it was like on page 2 or 3, and it says woman. You got the Daily News, Jackie? Let me have that. I don't have mine in front of me. Here. OJ. Woman, pal, found dead. See?
Really?
Yeah, I know. I thought it was a guy, too, that was murdered with her. But a woman, pal.
Well, let me see here, because this should be the latest stuff.
This says
Ronald Lyle Goldman was found with her.
That's a female name.
Oh.
Stabbed to death along with her boyfriend yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Then I saw woman, pal, found dead.
Maybe they're calling O.J.'s ex-wife his woman and pal.
Maybe that is what
that's weird. I mean, that's a weird headline. But that's just like the Daily News. Always, I can never understand their headlines. Like the one that says...
Oh, there's a comma there, Howard. Woman, pal, found dead.
Yeah, I know, but the headline above it is about the... You know what I'm saying? It looks like woman, pal, found dead.
So how many people are dead?
No.
Now?
I think there's 7 people dead.
It was a mass murder.
It's just like
the whole complex was wiped out.
There's a column today in the Daily News that says, "How weird Stern's Cleveland trip? Not very." You know.
Not very what?
Exactly. Weird, I guess. I don't know.
Well, they don't put that Cleveland trip in there.
Yeah. I don't understand any headline. It's supposed to make you want to read the column. Makes me want to throw out the newspaper.
Yeah, but this was a 25-year-old guy who was eating at a restaurant. Who was working at a restaurant where she was eating on Sunday night. And they say he had been seen around her condo before. 25-year-old guy.
Really?
Yeah.
It says right under the picture, he later admitted to beating her.
Who, O.J.?
Yeah, under the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he did. He had to go into, like, he had to pay $700 for beating his wife.
$700 is all it costs.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's so much of a deterrent.
Every day.
Is that all it costs?
Yeah, I mean, you know, isn't it funny? Like, you would think that with O.J. Simpson, they'd want to set an example and say, hey, beating your wife is wrong.
And give us a couple of million?
Yeah, like really make them pay so that other people might think
Make
twice.
it hurt.
Yeah.
That much money would have fell out of his pockets while he was hitting her.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
paid that. He flipped that to the police on his way out.
That's Trump change. He's like, here's $700, leave me alone.
Oh, sure. He just rolled that off with a little roll in his pocket.
Hell, I got a $500 bet going with Baba Booey on the Knicks game.
He's 900. I'll take another swat.
Yeah, here's $1,000. Let me just smack her in the head
Yeah,
one
only
time.
cost $700. That was a $700 beating. Let
Yeah.
me go for $1,000.
What do I get for $1,000?
Knock her teeth out.
You get to chop her leg off.
Oh, she cute.
Yeah, she's real cute. What a
Put
waste.
that in the past tense.
At least if he beat her ugly, it would be understandable. She's really a piece of ass. Look at the picture of him kissing her.
Where's that?
At the game?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're at a game together and making out. Young love. See, that's why like a guy like Jack Nicholson's so cool. He has like 20 different girls going at once. And he doesn't get angry at any of them. So they cheat a little, whatever.
Well, Jack is funny because he gets brokenhearted
Yeah.
when the girls cheat on him.
Yeah, and then 5 minutes later, he's in someone else's bed.
Right. He's being consoled by another woman.
Right. The guy knows how to play it. I would love to play it like that. Don't be me. I'd end up like O.J. killing somebody.
Well, see,
Allegedly.
I guess feelings get involved.
O.J. didn't kill anybody. Let's go on record as saying that.
Right. Not to our knowledge.
Yeah.
We have no knowledge of anything.
Yeah. Well, Fred might, but he's not talking. I got to take a short break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. A lot of O.J. Simpson faxes coming in. As a guy says, I saw O.J. running through the airport real fast. I don't know. I've been thinking about it during the commercials. I don't see any way that O.J. killed his ex-wife.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I can't buy it because, well, first of all, he was in Chicago during it. And I don't picture O.J. Simpson going to a guy and going, hey, listen, would you kill my wife? I'll give you some money. You know, I just don't see it. The guy's having too good a life. Although, hey, you say, hey, here's a real famous guy. What do you get famous for? Carrying a football. Yeah, how bright is he, really? It's not like they arrested George Washington Carver or something.
Well, I was thinking
the inventor of the peanut.
Something along those same lines. You know,
Yeah.
they're always giving people a lot of credit. Yes, he was a poor boy, but he grew up to be quite something because he could carry a football.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know.
Not saying much.
You know, when you see a rich guy,
Accomplishment.
when you see a rich guy, you forget how he got that way. You know, got that way just carrying a football. You know,
Now you see him. He's on the board of companies.
Yeah.
Why is he there? Because he carried a football.
Yeah. Because he's black.
Well, that too, but he's
Yeah.
black and he carried a football.
Right.
They didn't just grab any black guy.
That's right. That's right, Robin. I just don't believe it. It just doesn't seem...
Well, let's hope it's not true. I mean, it would be terrible.
Although, wasn't the wife living in his mansion?
It was a condo she was in.
Yeah, and then one thing they say outside O.J.'s mansion.
Oh, are you having reading problems?
Yeah, maybe I have reading comprehension. One paper says there's a mansion involved, and the other one says a condo.
Let me check again.
No. They found the glove, I think.
In his mansion.
Oh, how come he got to keep the mansion?
Because he's OJ.
Oh, right. Because it's O.J. The juice.
Everything comes down to because he's OJ.
I thought in California they have to split everything equally.
Well, maybe at that time he didn't have very much.
Yeah. No, he had plenty. I don't know. I don't know what the story is on that, but O.J.'s in a whole heap of trouble. Oh, O.J.
Well, OJ knows whether he killed her or not, so either he's breathing easy today or he's in real trouble.
Lordy Lou, I'm in trouble. Old Man River. I see him locked up in the...
He don't look too happy in this picture.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Oh, stop it.
You got a calendar, bub?
Nobody knows.
Out that barge, just that bev, you get a little drunk,
and your lands in jail. Oh, man, River.
White broads are nothing but trouble.
Oh, gee.
Damn my penis.
I knew that would be the inevitable conclusion.
White broads are trouble, damn my penis.
When did they add those lyrics?
So you don't know that whole song. That was the X-rated version. Suppressed all these years. Okay, all right.
But, the way they were, right on the sidewalk and everything, I don't think so.
What right on the sidewalk?
What right on the sidewalk?
Yeah, what did you say about the sidewalk?
They were killed outside.
Oh, were they? You see, I don't know any of the details.
Yeah.
I just got the paper and decided you'd tell me what's going on. I just saw O.J. on the cover and I went, oops.
And you just stared. You just started staring.
Yeah. I saw the pictures of all his white wife.
Oh, he did it.
Ooh, yeah, I go guilty. Make him pay.
No, they were discovered by some person who was just walking along, lying there.
Hey, what's that?
On a walkway.
Hey, wait a second. Hey, aren't you O.J. Simpson's wife? Wake up. Wait. Hey, what's that all over you? That's not wine. That's blood.
You mean they were laying on the sidewalk dead? And no one saw anybody bring out the bodies or anything in a condo?
Bring out. They were just, I guess they were like walking somewhere when they were attacked or something. But it sounds very strange. How could you attack two people like that and kill them both? They said all that remained of their struggle was the trail of blood that stretched down the stairway from the Spanish-style complex to the walkway. Maybe they were coming out of the house.
Oh, they tried to walk. They tried to walk away.
They tried to crawl away.
Crawl away, and they got to the street, and they dropped dead. Jeez. Wow.
Oof.
Oh, boy. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Man, oh,
It sounds like a stabbing rather than a shooting.
It was a stabbing. You're the one who announced that.
Well, but I'm just saying, nobody's announced really. This is all speculation for the paper because
it's a stabbing.
The
stairs, sidewalk. Has anyone of us read this yet all the way through? Someone want to read this?
Please don't give any details. They won't talk about it yet. So this is all, secret sources from...
I see. Secret sources.
Inside the police department who won't speak officially.
Yeah.
They said they let O.J. go, and they haven't named any suspects because they're waiting for the forensic test material to come back.
Forensic,
Jerry.
Ferengi. All right, you're on the air in Cleveland.
Hi, Howard.
I like taking phone calls from Cleveland since it's the home of so much controversy.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I want to know if anybody has heard anything on the news or anything about my suspect.
No, not anything that's new, no. Only that they said that you want to come down to Cleveland for the trial. That was about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you made the news.
Yeah. I'm going to come back for the trial. I absolutely am.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because I saw you Friday, and it was fantastic.
Thank you.
It was. I was right up front, and I got to see everybody.
Were you that girl who was taking her top off every 2 minutes?
No.
Well, the girls in Cleveland couldn't wait to take their tops off.
It must have been very hot out there.
It actually was.
Yes, it was. But you weren't there in the morning, because I got there at 1 in the morning, and it was, really pretty cold, and Doug Podell had put up, these barricades, maybe 10 or 15 feet away from the stage, and decided at 3 o'clock in the morning to take them down.
Yeah.
Well, there was a mad rush to the stage, and I got hit in the head with one of the steel gates that they had up there. And
you sound like O.J. Simpson's wife.
Abused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. So tell Doug the next time that happens, not to put up the gate thing. That just did not work.
Yeah, well, Doug does a lot of things that are wacky.
Well, Doug was also probably half drunk, too, because he was talking to the crowd, and you can just smell the alcohol.
No, he was drunk with elation.
Oh.
Yeah, he just smells like he's been drinking.
Yeah, he had that smell surgically put in so he could relate to the audience.
Probably.
Yeah, that's just that's like a breath spray that smells like you've been drinking.
I would like to say, Robin, you looked fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm in charge of her makeover.
Oh, this were you.
Yeah, I've been doing like little things with her, so any credit should be going to me.
And Jackie was nothing like I had imagined him to be.
What do you mean?
Well, he looked great. I thought he looked good.
Yeah, Jackie feels better about his life since we took over.
Really?
Since we started helping him out of the gutter.
You were affecting a makeover on him, too.
Yeah, kind of. I know. You don't have to say about Fred. I know how strange he looked. You don't have to make up any lies.
No. I think you all looked great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You all were fantastic. And Nicole, she was huge.
Fantastic. Are you from New York or from Cleveland?
I'm from Cleveland.
Wow. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Very nice of you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Lovely woman. Lovely call. Hey? Very nice. No hostility there. Our newest radio market, Orlando, Florida. You're on the air.
Do you want to see us? Make us number one.
I called into the new David Brenner show yesterday.
Oh, did you? You should have told me. I would have listened.
Yeah, I forgot that I had to do it, and then I was reminded at the last minute. I had no idea I was doing it. This is what was going to happen.
Howard?
David, hi. Let me just listen to this. Lower your radio.
It's off.
All right. David Brenner started a new radio show. They replaced Larry King with David Brenner.
Was yesterday his debut show?
Yeah. It was weird, too. Like, they have you on hold so you can hear.
The show?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is David Brenner show. Hey, look who's here. Howard Stern, my old friend. And I got really pissed off because...
Did he say, look who's here?
Well, you know, sort of. You know, what really pissed me off was I hear him talking about David Letterman. And I'm listening to this. Letterman was a guest on his show. Walked over and did the whole show.
That's it.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
That's it.
Really?
Yeah. I just said, you know, what's on that guy's mind? How many times have I asked him to come on my show? Like, what is it? What am I, a dog?
I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah, he's weird, man. I'm going on there June 24th. I'm going to let him have it.
Would you please
Yeah.
get to the bottom of this?
Yeah, I'm going to just say, hey, dude, like, what's in your head?
For years, he wouldn't even have Brenner on his show.
Yeah, I know. No, of course not. He
Right.
wasn't considered hip enough. And now he's like Brenner's hip to him. Because Brenner poses no threat to him. Anyway, so after I stopped ranting about that.
Oh, were you ranting about it?
Oh, yeah.
With David?
Yeah, and David was like, oh, come on, Dave. You don't understand. I'm doing the show across the street from David.
Oh, like there's a...
Yeah.
We were right downstairs.
Yeah, come on.
If that was a consideration,
Yeah.
he would never even come into the studios of NBC to talk to us.
Letterman's a whack job. I said, you know what I said on the Brenner show? I said, he's getting like Johnny Carson. You can't, he's like a man of mystery. Oh, I'll do the Brenner show, but no one else.
Yeah, he's sort of like the Phantom. He just shows up places, but you can never know where he is going to be.
You wait till a year and a half when my radio contract's up. I'm going up against Letterman and Leno. I'm going to wipe them both off the map.
Well, there's thanks.
Right? We'll wipe them off. Get them off late night television. Because he's pissing me off. So, anyway, and then I started ranting about Larry King. Said I reminded everybody why he sucked. And then all of a sudden, Larry King comes on doing an orange juice commercial for the California citrus growers. I go, how could any of you? How could the California citrus growers
hire Larry King?
Liar King to?
Didn't they fire Burt Reynolds when he had a little family problem?
Yeah, I mean he divorced Lonnie, and boom, Burt Reynolds was fired. Larry King only lies about knowing Sandy Koufax and marries women and divorces them 2 weeks later.
Been married 8 times.
Yeah. What is this? So I'm sitting there laughing at that. And Brennan was like, well...
He's being nice to everybody.
Yeah. I said, well, I said, David, you got a radio show now. You're going to have to be mean a little bit. What do you think of Larry King? Well, I'm glad I have my job. I was like, okay. Like, whoa, way to put yourself out. I get on there. They must have been hard up for guests because the producer gets on with me. David Brenner's producer. He is a producer. And he goes, Howard, are you going to stay on with us for the whole half hour? I said, dude, I got a life. I mean, the whole half hour.
I did a radio show already.
Yeah, I did 5 hours today. Give me a break. I ended up staying on anyway because I had so much venom to spew.
They got you riled up by letting you hear the show.
Yeah. They go, do you want to sit and hear Larry King's orange juice commercial? I go, okay. Let me hear it. Yeah. Hey, you're on the air in Orlando.
Hi there.
Hi.
My name is Bridget. I'm actually picking you up on shortwave radio off the coast of Florida.
Excellent.
Where are you?
It's St. Augustine. It's really beautiful. Where are you going on vacation, Howard? I know it's coming up.
Hold on, I have to send a secret message via shortwave. All my friends picking it up. ... Oh, yeah? What do you do? Like, are you a good-looking girl?
Yeah, I'm pretty good looking.
And you go to all that trouble? You know how to work a shortwave and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that?
Well, it's all preset. You can pick up Moscow and China, and yeah.
Really?
But
so why can't everyone pick us up on shortwave?
They can.
So why don't we all just get shortwave radios and then we can hear the show? Why isn't every radio just shortwave? I don't understand. I don't even get this. It's a new technology. Like, how come other signals don't interfere with your getting the show? I don't understand.
Either do I.
You pick it off a satellite?
I just point it at the ocean, and it picks you up, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, maybe I ought to point my radio at the ocean.
Yeah, that's your problem.
All I know is I was exercising yesterday on my radio at home. I couldn't pick up the stations here in Manhattan.
Yeah.
I had to point it in every direction.
You didn't point it toward the ocean.
Yeah, maybe I'm pointing it in the wrong place.
Do you know where the ocean is?
No.
And you can't get the TV in your building, right?
But in Manhattan, no, we don't have any TV here.
I was going to say, why don't you point your TV toward the ocean? Maybe you'll get the heat channel.
Maybe I ought to do that. No, I don't understand something, right? Now call me stupid.
All right, stupid.
All right, call me stupid, but I don't understand something. Like, you got radio. Mm-hmm. You got FM radio and AM radio. That I understand,
yes,
okay?
Yes.
And there's a certain amount of signals, and it's all in your area.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, she says she has something called shortwave. A shortwave sounds to me like something short, like you can't pick it up.
It shouldn't be long.
Yeah, like maybe you can broadcast to your neighbor's house.
I can pick up Israel.
But shortwave evidently picks up long waves.
Yes. No. Because she can listen to radio all over the world, right?
That's right, everywhere.
Yeah, and so why wouldn't everyone just buy what she has? How much does a shortwave radio cost?
Oh, about $200.
$200, you buy a radio, and you could pick up, in other words, you could pick up any signal anywhere?
China, Israel, Pakistan, everywhere.
Yeah, but what about, like, if you
What about all over the country? There are radio stations all over the country. How can you just get us?
Yeah, how does that radio know just to get us and not get interfered with from China?
Well, the new radios have preset dials, so I can pick up radio stations in Kentucky or even CBS, your AM 88 station there.
In New York.
Oh, so you just tune into New York.
That's right. Well, there's a book. They tell you what frequencies to pick.
Yeah, but you're picking us up off of Orlando.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Happy to have you down here.
So you're a good-looking girl and you're into all this?
Actually, no, it's someone else's radio, but I just wanted to hear you. So, Howard, where are you going on vacation?
What do you mean, where am I going on vacation? I don't go anywhere. I work.
I thought you used to come down to Florida.
Oh, my in-laws live in Florida, in Sarasota. I go down there sometimes, but I don't go anymore because it's such a drag.
Well, you went this year, didn't you?
Did I go this year?
I thought you did.
Yeah, I think I did. We always end up going because we have no one to watch the kids. And this year I went to that little island with Robin Leach and his girlfriend. And
oh, okay.
You watch that old geezer sit there and maul that young model.
Cha-chinga.
Cha-chinga. Cha-chinga, my love.
Beautiful.
I went away on an island to like a romantic vacation with my 40-year-old wife.
Oh, she wasn't 40 at the time.
She was 39. Yeah. It's definitely a place you take your girlfriend. You don't take your wife.
Oh, stop it.
And Robin Leach was there, and he invited us over, and he's sitting there with like a professional model, that old geezer.
With the belly?
Yeah, with the big belly and the gray hair. And he's bragging about all the models he's had sex with. I'm sitting there going, oh, man.
In front of the girl.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know, he was talking about Donald Trump when Donald Trump was single. Yes, Donald asked me about a particular Playboy playmate. I had dated her for 2 years. That was my old girlfriend. So I knew her number. And then, I'm like, you old geezer. How dare you? And then, like, his girlfriend, Cha-Chia.
Cha-Chia. On the island of dirty secrets.
Oh, jeez. Dirty.
He must hypnotize them. Because, I don't know, she was sitting there stroking him and...
Wipe me with dollar bills.
And I said, well, dude, how do you know she really loves you for you? And he's like, who cares?
Yeah, he doesn't love her for her.
Yeah.
Who cares?
And he's sitting there drinking wine and champagne. I mean, the guy really lives the whole lifestyle. and he built this ridiculous house on this island. It's all set up, it's like one big bedroom.
Yeah.
With a mosquito net.
With a movie screening room.
Mosquito net.
And he can have guests, and he has little villas around his villa for his guests. And his guests are good-looking girls with their boyfriends. Or sometimes they're there solo. He's luckier than Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. What a ridiculous speech. Today I'm the luckiest man in the world. Yeah.
Lou Gehrig didn't know what luck was.
Yeah. He didn't know Robin Leach. I got to pass some wind. Excuse me, ma'am.
Go for it.
That is the sound of a sick body.
Beautiful.
Cha-chia.
$1 million smell.
I got to admit, I was jealous. He had this tall, thin model.
Oh, no. You sat there and you said, but he doesn't have true love.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh, stop it.
Well, how do you know my wife really loves me?
She stays with you.
Yeah, but she don't look like that. Man, that old geezer with that young girl. I'd like to be an old geezer with a young girl. Ooga.
You are an old geezer, so all you need is a young girl.
I know. Hey, come on, I look young.
Oh, here we go.
I look like a guy about in his 20s.
It doesn't matter, you're 40.
Yeah, but do I look like a guy in my 20s?
You don't look like a guy in your 20s.
Howard, you do, actually. I saw your E-Entertainment commercial. You look really good.
Yeah, I'm cute, right?
He doesn't look 20, though.
For the new show?
I don't look 40.
You don't look 20.
How old do I look?
Oh, about 35.
See?
See? How old does Robin look? 50?
No.
See? She said 50.
That was your voice.
I wish I could arrest Robin Leach for something.
Can't he have killed O.J.'s wife?
Yeah, for killing O.J. Simpson's wife.
I didn't do it.
You didn't.
I didn't do it. I was French kissing in the Caribbean.
I have an alibi.
But it's not all sunglasses and oral sex.
You have to see this girlfriend of his running around in like short shorts and a tube top playing tennis and like stroking him. It's just too sick for words.
Girlfriend. Is she convincing?
Is she convincing? She's very convincing.
You imagine that she's in love with him.
Yep. And you want to know something?
It's genuine.
It's genuine.
Age and looks do not matter to women.
No.
That's the bull.
Money matters.
That's right, Jackie, because you ain't got chichilla.
Yeah.
Jackie doesn't have chichilla.
You got Sirianni.
Sirianni and all his videotapes.
Where's O.J.?
Anyway, so why did you call?
Well, Howard, it's actually something you're not going to be too happy to hear. I really love everyone on your whole entire show, except for one person, and I think it's kind of changed the show. It's Billy West.
Really?
I find that he has, like, 3 impressions, like Cardinal O'Connor, and then Marge Schatz, and then Jackie. And then everybody else that he does is just...
What about Jay Leno?
Come on.
Well, it's a variation of one of those 3. So I know you like him so much, and I'm actually... Is he there just part-time? Is that it?
Yeah, we don't want too much, Billy. It'll ruin the show. We recognize that he's a detriment with his 3 voices.
And I used to love Robin doing Jackie. She's fantastic. And now Billy's the only one who does Jackie along with Fred, and I miss Robin doing it.
Yeah, well, some things change, you know. Robin's retired that impression.
I'm tired of doing Jackie.
Well, Robin still does Jackie.
I do more Jackie back in the office. I teach other people how to do Jackie.
Billy makes me laugh, so that's all that matters.
I know.
It doesn't matter if it makes you laugh. If it makes me laugh, it's good.
Well, I look forward to your E-Entertainment show. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's
Billy
going to be good.
Be on that? You might not want to watch.
You don't know, actually. I think it's better to keep Billy off it, quite frankly.
Is he there today?
Who, Billy? No.
Oh, okay.
But Jay Leno is. Jay, how are you?
I'm going to come down there and plunge a knife in your back.
Sounds like Marge Schatz.
Oh, Jay Leno.
And Marge Schott is here. She wants to say something to you.
You know, I really worry about niggers. I'm genuinely concerned for them.
Now, that sounds like Cardinal O'Connor.
Oh, go eat me.
It does not. Let me hear Cardinal O'Connor.
Do to me?
Let me hear Cardinal O'Connor.
Oh, what a goose I am.
Marge Schott sounds like... Get out of here. He's top notch.
I know you like him, Howard.
It's your shortwave radio.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're not hearing it right.
You're not hearing it true.
Wait, listen to these. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this woman sucks.
Oh, what a goose I am, and oh, what a goose she is. You suck. Nah, better just hold on. You suck.
See? Black guy.
Yeah.
Oh, did I mention you suck?
There's the March shot.
Billy, are you not in tomorrow and I'll tune in?
Oh.
Unfortunately, there's another day of Billy, and then he won't be back.
I'm warning you. You suck.
Give up, Billy. Maybe you do suck.
Yeah.
Robin, do you like Billy?
I love Billy.
Why am I such an issue?
Because you're destroying the girl's concept of the show. She doesn't like you. She's being honest.
I love everybody. This Billy, when you come on, I just feel like...
Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to. You're so used to the rest of us being together. This is just new and different, and you're afraid.
Hey, remember when Jackie first joined the show? Everyone hated him.
You know what Billy sounds like? He sounds like the zoo when he just chimes in over and on and on. And
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then, Billy, I have to fire you.
Those were bad words.
Oh, see ya.
Take a few calls from New York, Howard, and see how people feel about Billy.
I read Prodigy. They say Billy West rules.
Yeah, why is she so
That Gary wrote
fixated
that.
on me?
Yeah. You know what? Girls don't like Billy. Guys do.
Yeah, it's sort of like a Stooges
It
thing.
reminds me of the Imus show when people used to talk over each other and they
No, excuse me. Let me just say something. Anything that you hear on the Imus show
Is this show.
is this show.
But they don't have the timing down. They all talk on top of each other. Where your show, you all seem to know when to talk. And
Yeah, Billy really doesn't. All right, we'll train him.
We'll get a whip.
love you, Howard.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, yeah, Billy, stop talking over everyone. Maybe she's got a point. What is it, Baba Booey?
I was just going to say that I thought she was off base only because we get so many...
Oh, shut up. Who
we
cares?
get so many faxes.
Oh, so who cares? So she doesn't like Billy.
No. You just asked. You asked.
I got news for you. I'm getting sick of Billy. I'm thinking of throwing him off. I think she's right. What do you think of that?
I'm just telling you what the faxes say. That's all.
I don't see Billy knocking himself out. He does the same 3 impressions. Come up with a couple of new ones. The first week he was on fire. Now he sits back there. She's got a point. Light a fire under his ass.
No, yesterday he was doing Nicole Bass. Come on, that was a new one.
Fred hates Billy.
Really?
Because Billy came in. You know how Fred was the impression guy?
Yes.
But Fred hadn't been doing any impressions for
Fred
a while?
won't do impressions. He won't even tell you who he can do.
And now all of a sudden, since Billy's here, Fred starts... I hear Fred on that microphone every 3 seconds doing an impression. Now it's like I got 20 impressionists in
It's
the room.
almost like Billy showed Fred how he could use his voices at the show.
Yeah, now Billy showed Fred how to do it, and now Fred won't shut up. So now I can't get Fred to shut up. Now I got Billy whapping away.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Ice tough.
Fred, you had 20 years to do impressions. Now I got the Impression Olympics going on in here.
Well, remember, we would try to get Fred to do an impression.
There's no way of winning here, is there?
Fred would say, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, what do you want me to do, Howard? What impression? You got to tell me what impression you want. I go, well, I don't know. If something's appropriate, just jump in with it. So he couldn't do that. I gave him 20 years to do it.
Yeah.
Billy comes in one day, starts doing impressions. Fred's like over there.
So now we have 2 David Brenners, 2 Robin Leaches, 2.
As soon as Billy started doing Robin Leach, Fred was chiming in with Robin Leach.
Howard, what should I do?
Do what you always did, nothing.
Okay.
All of a sudden you're going to do... Now you come to life?
Thanks, man.
I waited for you for 20 years
You're
to
a
do
piece of
something.
dirt for something.
I know.
You
know you hate Billy. He ruined
I
it.
do not. I don't hate Billy.
Then kiss Billy if you like him.
I don't love him that much.
Put your tongue in my mouth.
Fred still does the best impression on the show.
Of?
A Martian eating food.
Oh, thank you, Howard. You're a real confidence builder.
Oh, here we go. Fred is always claiming that you ruin his confidence.
I know. Oh, I'm ruining his career.
Not his career, his confidence.
Oh.
He would be doing something, but you don't encourage him. You ruin his confidence.
Sorry.
He really does get upset by these things, I think.
I know, he does. We'll have to get over
as
it.
we all do.
Uh-oh, he's not speaking to us anymore, so I guess he really is upset.
Fred's microphone's on, but I don't hear him talking.
Did you say something?
All right, who wants to do an impression now? All right, that's what I thought.
Who wants to go to a commercial now?
Not me. I'm not going to deal with it.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Girl's right. Billy needs a good kick in the ass.
So he doesn't become Fred.
That's right. All of a sudden, I see Billy sitting back there clamming up. Billy needs a good kick in the ass and a diet. That's what he needs. Someone with his clothes off.
Billy's awfully white, too. He could use some sun.
Yeah, Billy, how about it? Just sit in your room imitating cartoons. Get out there in the sun and do it.
I don't want those melanomas. You know.
Boy.
Life is tough
I
enough.
just quieted down the room. It's as quiet as OJ's ex-wife house.
I bet you Billy's afraid to do an impression now because Fred's off.
Yeah, now no one knows what to do.
I'm just not playing the St. Augustine today.
Fred doesn't know whether to do an impression or not do an impression. Billy's completely confused. Good, I like confusion. I thrive on it.
Confusion rules.
I'm the master of confusion. What is it, Bob Fohai?
Nothing.
What are you doing in
I don't
there?
know.
Why are you staring at me with that big toothy face?
I wasn't staring at you. I was looking at the floor when you said, "What is it?" I try not to stare at you. I'm leaving.
I called Gary's house last night. I spoke to the beautiful Mary Dell'Abate,
Yeah.
a woman way too beautiful for Gary. We saw the pictures of the baby. You know, they used to get a sonogram.
Oh.
We saw the baby. I was like, All right, I better humor her. Oh, great. Yeah, I was like, oh, congratulations, Mary. Yes, we saw it. So, yeah, it looks like a little blob.
No, it doesn't. Just because you have 3 and you're bored with the whole concept, don't rain on our parade.
Sorry.
Would you like to see pictures of my kid?
Oh, you're bringing pictures
Did you
to
get the
work
kid?
Oh, yes.
Let me see the kid picture. Let me see if I can. I'm good at telling what sex it is.
now? Why wouldn't he show that right away? I've got pictures.
I wonder if I can see a monkey's tail.
Oh.
Maybe it'll be a tooth, just one big tooth.
Yeah, so, when someone starts talking about they saw the baby in a sonogram picture.
You got to be sensitive.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's wonderful. I remember the first time I saw my children's sonogram.
Oh, you must be so excited.
Could you tell if it's a boy or a girl? Gary and I don't want to know if it's a boy or a girl. Of course, at that stage, they can't tell anything.
Gary doesn't want to know
Sure they
anything.
could. The woman said she knew. The technician said
They don't know.
She said
they
it's very
guess.
clear.
It's very. Let me see that.
Well, it's not clear.
Let me see if I can find the sack. If he has a boy, I'll die. What is this, a lizard?
Oh.
Well, they all look like
Can
that.
you help me out? Is that the face?
Hold on a second.
You're going to tell what sex it is.
Okay.
You can't
Is that
tell
a
its
face?
head from its...
Okay, that's the head.
Oh, really?
That's
Boy, this
the
is a
head.
big baby. How?
And
What?
that's the spine right there.
And that's the belly?
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very formed child.
Yes.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yeah.
Look at the schlong on this thing.
Takes after Dad.
It's got the Dell'Abate gold jewels.
There's one there where he's sucking his thumb. Wolf. Wait a second. I think it's...
Yeah, just like you. Hey, I see the big teeth. Look at this. Look at the teeth he's got already.
Let me see.
That joke.
That's a fetus.
That joke wrote itself last night.
What do you mean joke?
I knew that
Who's
one.
kidding?
Babies don't have teeth.
I can't tell if that's a schlong or a tail.
How can your baby escape having teeth, Gary?
Gary,
Well, not at this point.
your baby, you're going to be at the orthodontist every week.
That goes without saying.
Look, Robin, here's the head.
Yes, I got
There's
it.
the arm. I mean the spine.
The spine, right. And
There's the protruding belly. Looks like Billy West.
Oh, barrel-chested baby.
And here's the schlong. Right there. Because it's below the belly button. See? Look at the size of that.
Please. I don't believe so. Maybe, though. Look over here.
Oh, yeah. That's the size of a monkey. Boy, is he hung. Just like Gary.
He's sleeping, too, with the mouth open.
Yeah, same pose. He's going to be my next producer.
He yawned a lot.
You can tell it's a boy, right?
No,
Obviously.
I really can't.
That's a boy.
Okay.
Now, if it's a girl, what are you going to say?
Look at the finger. Look at the hand.
Yeah, no.
Let
Five.
me see that. I didn't
1,
see
2, 3, 4, 5.
My child's got 5 fingers on each hand.
The forehead looks a little flat, though.
Wow, look at that.
Could be a retard.
No.
Look at that. Look at that forehead, Robin.
Not much shape to that head.
Looks like Corky from that...
Does it have a neck?
Dang. What? Jackie's doing impressions now, since Fred and Billy are afraid to do them.
Everybody else is quiet.
Jackie's the only one left to do voices.
Yeah. Everyone's been talked out of it.
We're in hell.
That's wild.
All right. Well, there it is, Robin.
Can we see?
Go ahead.
Booey.
Hey, seriously, show that to the guys, because...
Jackie's looking at it now. Right.
Does you see the penis? Do you see the jawline on him? I think he looks like Gary.
See, here there he is sucking his thumb.
Yeah.
God. Looks like Sequest.
Exactly.
Looks like
It reminded me of Close Encounters
How
of the
pregnant is your wife?
Third...
She's got to be in her 7th month or so.
No,
17 weeks.
Boy, that's an incredibly clear picture.
They're doing better these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little over 4 months, right?
I'm anti-sonogram, by the way. Do you know what the rap on sonogram
No,
is?
what is it?
How many have you had so far?
This is the second one. Are you saying that they're unnecessary?
Not only unnecessary, do you know that they cause hearing problems?
What?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they do. They've documented that the sonograms, especially on the early use of them, which is totally unnecessary, meaning like what did you do with the first trimester?
Yeah, definitely. Really
causes hearing problems.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. I did it on the 3rd kid. I figured the other two can hear, so the third one doesn't.
They'll listen for her.
I read an article just saying that they're sort of unnecessary, that they'll have you do like 3 or 4 in a pregnancy, and they cost a lot of money.
Yeah, well, when you do it on the early, especially the early one, it messes up their ears for some reason. Have you heard from like a lot of dentists vying for your business for this kid?
No, not yet.
I would think
They're coming in with that dental insurance plan because they know you're going to need a lot of work.
You don't get dental insurance from this company.
Sure,
right?
I do. Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't.
For your children?
No, I don't get anything for my children.
Yeah, well, you better look into that.
I have.
How are you going to, because you're going to have to get dental. In fact, disguise your name when you go for it. Because if they see the Dell'Abate name, they're going to deny you insurance.
Are you saying that dentists should be putting in estimates now for the year 2000?
Yeah, oh yeah. 2000.
They're bidding now.
Yeah.
We're taking the lowest bid.
Kid might be born with braces.
Yeah, just let them grow into the braces.
That's right. All right, let me take a break here, Robin.
In fact, they should start pulling teeth now.
Yeah.
There are no teeth now, Robin.
They can do exploratory surgery.
Like thinning out a garden.
Well, so far the show's been pretty good. We got a call about Billy sucking.
Fred's irritated, and you made fun of my kid.
Right.
It's been a good day so far.
How did Jackie escape?
Jeez, usually by now I'm thrown.
Ask Jackie. I'll tell you how to get Jackie after this commercial. Ask if Phase 2 of his dinghy took place yesterday.
Shut up,
Okay. Or was he bragging about that?
Oh, yeah, he was going to.
So annoying.
The first coat of primer went on Sunday. Yesterday was the second coat of primer.
Yeah, we go outside to the beach.
Got my copper paint.
What is Phase 2, Jackie? What is that?
Well, the boys flipped it on Sunday.
The
boys.
And
a bunch of old men.
I primed it, and then I primed the second coat yesterday. As the sun went down.
Well, what stage are we in? I mean, how many things?
Today, the final coat, the light battleship gray, goes on, and then into the water on Saturday.
Captain Jack.
We're launching on Sunday.
Is there any sort of unveiling ceremony? Champagne.
Absolutely. Champagne, a few flags.
Good. All right, I got to take a break. I don't care about anybody's personal life but my own. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
All right, we're back. Fred wasn't talking to me during the commercials. I think he's upset with me. Really? Fred, you know you're a better impressionist than Billy. You have lines. Billy doesn't.
Oh, please.
Come on, you know that.
Please.
You know how I feel about you.
I know how you feel.
I would fire Billy in a minute over you. If I had to choose between you and Billy, I'd fire Billy. Okay?
Right.
There you go.
Sure.
Serious.
Why would you say sure, Fred? He means it.
I do mean it. It's true.
What, does he have to kiss you?
If it was a choice between you and Jackie, I'd keep Jackie.
Now that's a mistake.
That's a mistake.
I would keep you. Business comes first.
Business is business. I can see keeping Billy. I can see keeping Billy, but I can't.
Not Jackie?
No
All
way.
right.
No way.
What did I miss?
How did you?
How did he get mad at me?
I don't know.
Oh.
But as long as he's mad at you and not me.
Okay.
He's laughing again.
First of all, Fred, you are more talented than Billy. I'll tell you why. You can do music, write song parodies. You can write material. Billy never comes to a writing meeting and writes anything. Right? You're more useful to me. So you have nothing to fear from Billy.
Oh, you're getting to him. Listen.
Look, he's laughing.
Happy.
He's happy now. Look, he's laughing like Frankenstein.
That's a scary laugh.
That is.
It's not a healthy laugh.
It isn't.
Anybody ready to cut for the door?
It's the same laugh O.J. Simpson's wife heard.
Get out now.
Get out. Fred is more talented than Billy.
Blood droplets outside my building later on today. Robin.
Billy only comes to a writing meeting when there's food.
You leave a little trail. They follow.
Yeah. But Billy, how come Fred comes to writing meetings, Jackie? But you always feel like you're an outsider. You don't have to come to writing meetings.
I don't know. You have writing meetings.
Why don't you check?
Okay.
Does Fred really come, or he shows up after the writing meeting is almost?
Yeah, but at least he shows up, even if it is after.
Show up and I have material, Robin.
Right. He has a bag full of material.
Does he give it to you?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, that's good.
I mean, that's progress, Fred.
Ooh, that's good.
You're actually giving over your bag of material.
Now he's...
All right. Okay. Good. Now he's mad at Robin. Well, he's not mad at me. That's all.
I'm not in the same room. It's okay.
Right.
I can walk over there.
Las Vegas, you're on the air.
Hi. You had a caller who was talking about Billy West sucking.
Yeah.
He is one of the most talented impressionists I've ever heard in my entire life.
Of course. I wouldn't put anyone on that sucked, except for Baba Booey. But he's a producer.
Yeah, he's a scary talent. Ooh.
All right. Well, listen, thank you, V.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye. Billy's wife calling in. Fred's scary, and Billy's a scary talent. I've got the scariest show on radio.
I don't just do impressions, though.
Yeah, what
do you do?
No, I mean, that's kind of like utility voice stuff. I mean, all those...
What else do you do?
All those offensive black voices aren't particular impressions of anybody.
Well, yes, they are. It's a stereotype of a black man.
No, it's, well, John Lee Hooker.
Yeah, but...
No.
You're as stupid as everyone else. All right, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
I was wondering, why aren't you mentioning that jerk-off from Virginia?
What jerk-off?
That Democrat. The one who's putting you down?
I haven't gotten to it. Like, wait till the election comes. Wait till the election comes. You understand?
Yeah.
Read between the lines.
Okay, and I'm just telling you, I'm calling from Toronto, and I'm trying to make you number one in Toronto.
Yes, please do.
Okay. If you become number one, will you come here?
No.
Why not?
It's not in America.
Yeah, but it's the best.
It's not a primary market.
He doesn't leave the country.
There's 5 million people in the city of Toronto.
They don't count. They're not real people.
What do you mean they're not real?
They're foreign.
They're not foreign. They're just like Americans.
They're a third human.
They're a third human.
Thank you. They're Canadian. They're one-third a person.
Love just turned to hate.
I hate you now, Howard.
I hate you.
They're 2/3 bear, 1/3 human. Canadians have the worst inferiority complex. They really should. They want to be separate from America, and yet they're America. Toronto is America. It might as well be called Toronto, United States of America.
It's another state.
Yeah. And in the worst way, they want to prove that they're not American. So what they do is they make laws that say, on the radio, this is the one way they prove that they're American, that they're not American. On the radio, you have to play, every third record has to be a Canadian artist.
Yeah.
So, like, you'll be jamming to some, like, Soundgarden, and then you'll hear Gordon Lightfoot because there's no Canadian artist.
Anne Murray.
And Rush. So it's weird. It's just a weird sort of complex. They're so desperate.
It's so funny, though, because their artists only want to be number one here.
Well, if they were smart, they would never have a law like that, because it only draws attention to the fact that Canada doesn't have a lot going on for it.
And they have an inferiority complex.
Yeah. They're not great. They're not a great power. They're not a superpower.
They even made their own money just to be different.
Yeah.
And it's like, that Canadian dollar isn't as good.
I was offered a job at something called Chum FM. I said, that's a radio station? It begins with a C? I think it was Chum in Montreal, I think the name of it was. Was it, Fred? You've heard me mention this.
CHUM.
CHUM Toronto. It was a big station, and I was in Detroit, and I got offered a job there, and I said, well, would you guys pay me in American money? And they go, well, no, it's a Canadian station. I go, well...
Bacon.
Yeah, what's it?
You bacon.
What is it worth to me? I said, I don't understand Canadian money. It seems to me like it's a lot less money.
Because in the Canadian dollars, it sounded like a good salary.
Yeah,
But if you put it into American dollars, you're getting ripped off.
I talked to some guy up there. He told me Monopoly money is more valuable. So I just passed on the whole opportunity, and I was pretty desperate at that point to get out of Detroit, but not that desperate. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, dude, lower your radio, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Billy.
Okay, you don't have to vote on him as long as I like him.
We're not getting rid of him.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get rid of him.
What?
I'm bad at firing people once they're here.
I can't see why that lady would insult you, like saying that, it sounded like a zoo.
Well, hey, everybody's got their... The problem is that more and more radio shows are imitating ours, so people go, well, hey, sounds like a zoo. I mean, Well, the zoos are trying to sound like us. They're trying to somehow capture what it is we do. Problem is they have no brains. I'll forget. Who cares? I don't care what anyone says. Pain in the ass. People sitting at home judging me.
Where's judging Billy?
Yeah. If I tell you the guy's funny, then he's funny. That's it. That's the end of it. Oh, shut up back there. No,
and Billy hasn't made one peep since that woman.
I know. One peep that made any
totally
sense.
Devastated.
I know, he's all freaked out. Learn to take criticism if you're going to be part of this show. Hey, here's a highlight. I want to play this. We were talking about it yesterday. I want to play this on the air again. This is Elephant Boy introducing us to the crowd in Cleveland. I really didn't get to hear the full thing because we were backstage. But here he is, Elephant Boy, introducing all of the members of the show.
And now the moment you're ready for.
Not the moment you're waiting for.
The one you tell me to get off me.
What did he say this just now? The one you what?
The ringmaster from hell.
I think he just named O.J. Simpson's wife's murderer.
Yeah, no, the one, you know what it is? He's screaming into the microphone.
The what?
The one you what?
The one you mother. I know what he said.
What did he say?
King of media.
No, but before
he
that.
said something else. The
one you've been waiting for.
No, after that. I don't know what he said.
Or maybe the one and only. I remember understanding it from far away. The King of media of Cleveland.
Whoa.
Is he lit out of a cannon? Sounds like a Japanese guy during World War II going down with the plague. You should tell girls he's Japanese. Maybe they'd accept him. Yeah, it always sounds weird. It sounds like the greatest thing I never heard. It sounds like a Jap pointing at Rodin and like freaking out that he had radioactive breath. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's just the introduction of me. I wanted the whole speech.
Oh, what an ovation.
Thank you. That's great. I told Scott to get the whole introduction for the whole show, and once again, he did another good job.
It's close.
Just goes to show you that Scott thinks you're the whole show.
Right. He forgets. What he doesn't know, he forgets.
Well, they didn't introduce me, so I don't care.
Oh, Scott didn't get introduced?
It's the end of it.
End of story.
He's too much. Hey, here from the Cleveland Plain Dealer is information that says a WMMS FM 100.7 radio executive said yesterday, this is the station now that cut the wire on me, the WMMS assistant engineer charged with knocking radio shock jock Howard Stern off the air for 5 minutes Friday would be fired if he was convicted of the crime.
If he's convicted.
Yeah. Yeah. Way to stand behind your man. If he's convicted, well, he's going to be convicted. I mean, they caught him doing it.
What more do they need?
I thought he confessed.
He did.
Yeah.
So what more do you need to fire somebody? Why don't you fire him? Or are you afraid that he'll give you up? Engineer William Alford, 30 of Lakeshore Boulevard, was arraigned yesterday after being charged Friday with breaking and entering, disrupting a public service, and possession of... Since when are we a public service? And possession of criminal tools in the incident. I like that, criminal tools. Cool.
They're wire cutters.
Yeah, well, they become criminal when you use them for illicit purposes.
All of a sudden, that's a criminal tool.
Police said Alford, who has been released on a $10,000 bond, cut cable satellite feeder wires about 8:45 a.m. as Stern gave a national broadcast from the flats as part of a promotion for WNCX-FM. Dean Thacker, general manager of MMS and MJI. Now listen to this. I found this out yesterday. You didn't even know this. I didn't know this. The Cleveland radio station that cut our wires is also Lanigan's. The same people own Lanigan's station.
You're kidding.
No. It's all the same owner.
One big happy family.
Oh, boy.
Plot thickens.
Right. And they lose both stations if the owner is implicated.
Yes.
If Dean Thacker. You think Dean Thacker knew about this? What's your guess?
Yes.
That's my guess, too. Dean Thacker, general manager of MMS, completely in the dark on the whole thing.
Doesn't know anything all of a sudden.
Says his company has suspended Alford without pay. Alford cannot be reached for comment. The Federal Communications Commission is investigating the incident. Jamming or interrupting a licensed broadcast is a violation of FCC rules. It's a federal offense.
Howard,
Yeah.
has the FCC had anything to say about this at all yet? You know?
They said, what do you mean? But with me, they can say something the next day. If I utter the word penis, they've got a ruling on it the next day.
They have a statement ready to be issued.
Now they're investigating. But all right, that's good. That's the professional way to handle it. You investigate first, and then you indict. What's to investigate? The guy admits doing it. What is it?
Mark Harris and Susie Chaffee are here.
Get out of town. Gee, I never thought he could produce her.
I found out who bailed that guy out of jail.
Who?
His brother.
Okay. So far, so good. Station knew nothing about it. I like that. Yeah, we didn't know anything.
I'd just like to know what his work schedule is.
Yeah, so would I. There's a lot of questions I have.
Maybe the FCC says they're investigating because they're trying to determine if he was also responsible for jamming the signal.
I think once this guy sees how serious... See, right now he's thinking that, hey, what's going to happen? They're just going to give me a slap on the wrist, so I'll take it.
Minor nuisance, if anything.
I don't need to get anybody in trouble, and maybe they'll pay me off or something. If the FCC, and I know that this company, Infinity Broadcasting, is going to be behind the effort, as well as WNCX in Cleveland, they are all going after this guy, prosecuting him to the full extent of the law. It's a serious offense.
Isn't the station in a position to sue him for damages?
Well, yes, but never mind that.
I'm just thinking, we could, even past prosecution, you can then go after him financially.
He probably has no money.
If he ever makes any, it'll belong to somebody else.
Well, let me just say something. If the guy faces truly 10 to 15 years, he is, right now it's his 15 minutes of fame. It's exciting. He feels a little stupid, but okay, maybe the station will take care of him. Once he sees that the station can't take care of him, once he sees that he's really going to jail. I mean, jail is a real scary thing. It's just really frightening to go to jail.
One day in jail.
Yeah, I've spent 3 years in jail. I know what hard time is, okay? So, don't tell me about it. Yeah.
Is there any experience you have in here?
If I don't, I make it up. But I spent 3 years in jail. I think everyone pretty much knows about that. I'm not going to go through it again.
I had only been aware of your military experience.
Well...
I didn't know about your jail experience.
No, I still have a drawstring in my sphincter. To be sure of that. Do not enter. So, once this guy sees that he's really going to jail, once he goes to trial, and the lawyer turns to him and says, "Hey man, you're probably going to be a minimum of 5 years." The guy's going to go, "Okay, look, I want to cut a deal. I want to tell you who was in on this thing." That's when he's going to break down and cry like a baby. Because this guy evidently cracks pretty easy. I mean, the second the cops went up to him, he confessed. I mean,
Not your bravest.
Yeah.
guy.
First he said, "Hey, what do you want me for? I didn't cut any wires." Which was a clear indication that he had, because...
No one had said anything about cutting wires.
Right. No one in the crowd even knew yet. And then when they whisked him off onto the police boat, he pretty much broke down and...
Just being on the boat.
Yeah. When you're being hauled off in a boat by cops, it's pretty frightening. You tend to break down.
How's he going to take jail?
Yeah, he'd have to go to the same place where, like, rapists and murderers go.
Yeah. The guy who cut a wire.
What did you do?
And let me tell you something. Unless justice is a joke, unless that law means nothing. If you're telling me the law means nothing.
Yeah, unless it's open season on wires.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to protect wires if we don't? But if the law, they must have set this law up for a reason. If it's 10 to 15 years, then this guy really faces 10 to 15 years, and they got to be serious about it, and then he's going to give up who put him up to it. He'll be able to cut a deal. And then those guys will lose WMJI, WMMS, they'll lose 8 radio stations. MMS alone is $100 million. They're going to lose hundreds.
He's a very powerful man and doesn't even know it.
Yep.
And when Robin talks about damages, it's not only to the Cleveland stations, it's to 16 stations.
Yes.
All had interrupted service.
Just imagine if we had cut someone's wire. You think I'd be in jail right now?
Right, and no bail.
Yeah. No bail set. Howard Stern is the worst.
Mr. Stern is a dangerous criminal.
He's a devil. All right, I got to take a break. Mark Harris is, believe it or not, I'll explain all this, but Mark Harris is sitting there with his date.
Of yesterday.
Susie Chaffee.
Who is in incredible physical condition. She's on rollerblades. She's wearing a black leotard, like a cat suit.
Well, she rollerbladed over here?
Yeah.
Well, that bisexual couldn't possibly satisfy her. She's going to need me.
He said he had 2 days yesterday.
Let me come back and get to the bottom of this right after these words. Jackie counts those pamphlets as book reading, so he's read like 12 books this year.
I'm surprised he hasn't started his own brewery.
Yeah.
Guy who loves beer that much.
I don't know that he hasn't. Okay, so Anyway, let me just set this up a little bit. I got to set this up. Mark Harris married Martha Ray a couple of years ago. Martha Ray's like 100 years old. Or whatever. I don't know what her age is, but she's stroked out. She's missing her legs.
80-something.
Yeah, he married an old woman. Now, I always thought that Mark was very, very effeminate. He says he's bisexual. Personally, I think he's more leaning toward guys.
Well, you know what? The longer we know him, the more his sexuality evolves.
Right.
So, he came in here, he was straight.
But look, I'm not here to challenge anyone. If he says he likes girls and boys, that's his thing. So he says to me, I'm dating now. I said, you're a married man. You're married to Martha Ray. With Martha's blessing. With Martha's blessing. I'm dating.
But then, I was thinking about this yesterday. He then tells us that he's really not having sex with anybody.
Right.
But then you ask him if he's had sex during the marriage, he says yes.
Yeah. Bisex. I bought sex, I think is what he said. I don't know what he said.
Because he's not apparently having sex with these dates.
I don't know. Anyway, so now he says to me, he shows up here today with Susie Chaffee. Why? Because he says to me yesterday on the show, I'm dating Susie Chaffee. Now, I know the name Susie Chaffee. She's an Olympic skier or something. Isn't she?
Yeah.
Like a professional skier, like someone of note.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're not seeing Susie Chaffee. She's a piece of ass.
She used to do those chapstick commercials.
It's Susie Chapstick. He goes, I certainly am. I'll bring her here as proof. Well, the guy has proof.
He's delivered.
I guarantee you didn't get anywhere with her.
Let's see.
If you would, Fafa Phony, bring in Mark Harris, husband of Martha Ray, and Susie Chaffee. Let me see Susie. Wow, look at Susie. What are you doing on rollerblades, my dear?
I thought she was awfully tall.
Yeah, Susie's like statuesque. Hey, Susie, how tall are you?
5'9".
Wow, now that's a woman. Woo, God.
I'm 6 foot right now.
You're awesome. Wow.
But you can eat more, when you're 6 foot.
Yes, you can.
Actually, I brought these for Mark.
What, roses?
For this lovely lunch we had yesterday.
Oh, really? I guess you want to honor him for not laying a finger on you. For acting like a perfect gentleman.
He's never tried to get anything off you.
A bit of a flower child here.
Yes,
and
that's
this
right.
is for you.
Thank you so much, Susie.
Howard, that is for you.
What is this?
Not Duschdas. It's that masculine soap from Germany.
What's the name of this?
I don't know. Let me see it.
Irischke Frühling?
Irische Frühling. Yeah. Irish feeling.
Why do you bring me soaps from Germany?
Oh, don't take it personal. No, it's really nice. The soaps there.
Wash your mouth.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing, Mark? That you? Hey, take a seat, Susie.
Oh.
Susie, take off your rollerblades and relax.
Okay.
What are you, like an exercise freak? So you always have to be doing some kind of exercise?
No, I just get high.
Yeah. You know that reminds me of? Remember in L.A. Story, the Steve Martin movie?
Yeah.
And
Sarah Jessica Parker?
Sarah Jessica Parker was an aerobics instructor type, and she had to be exercising every second. Yeah. Like, even when she was talking, she had to be, like, doing jumping jacks.
She couldn't even just walk down the street.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
No, but
That you remind me of an athletic woman who has to always constantly stay in shape.
No, but it's kind of my main form of transportation in New York, and it makes New York wonderful. And I go through the park all the time. I visit my Mother Nature.
Right. Oh, you're like a real...
Mother Nature.
What is Mother Nature?
My mother.
Who's your Mother Nature? Are you like a hippie or something? I didn't know this about you.
Well, I've always related to guys with long hair, so that's part of the reason
I'm going to grow my hair. Grow my hair.
He cut it.
Mark, why don't you be honest? This is a friend of yours. Somehow you befriended her. I don't even know how.
Wait a minute.
I'm shocked that he has a celebrity friend.
Wait a minute. We just met yesterday. You're shocked that I have celebrity
You just met.
When August comes, when you see what's
You're not attracted to him physically, are you?
Well, can I explain?
Yes. All right. Because he's obviously...
I want an explanation.
Mark, why don't you just say...
Yeah.
I think you'd rather be with Susie's brother than
with
Susie.
you.
I don't know if you have a brother, but...
Howard, with you.
I mean, you're not really interested in Susie. You want her as a friend.
Right now, I just want to relax and calm down.
You don't want a
do my
relationship.
show.
No, he's very feminine, isn't he?
I have to say, this guy's a hunk.
No, but he's a good-looking guy. Don't get me wrong. I always say Mark.
Check that out. Look, Robin, isn't that good? I'm going to date you, Robin.
No, Mark is a handsome guy.
I have to tell you, I had one of the most delightful lunches
I'm sure Mark is a delight.
Oh, I'm sure he's a lot of fun.
He sang to me in 4 different languages, and I speak about 3 of them.
Yes.
So I know.
Hold on a second. He took you to lunch where? Where did he take you to lunch?
Giando's.
What?
Giando's under the bridge. It's gorgeous, really gorgeous.
Mark knows like all the places.
No, this is gorgeous. You don't understand. Gorgeous.
All right, now I understand.
All right.
I don't understand. I can't understand gorgeous.
It's a straight place.
No guy. Let me just say something about men. No man says gorgeous.
Really?
This restaurant is gorgeous.
Okay.
You got to understand something. Guys don't talk that way.
Next
Guy
time.
goes, hey, it was a good lunch.
No.
They don't notice it's
this
gorgeous.
was gorgeous.
No guy says gorgeous.
I'm not giving up gorgeous.
All right. Okay. All right. Right, you took Susie. Obviously, you have a hard-on for celebrities. There's no question about that. No, he does. He's very caught up in the world.
I have to explain. I mean, what is a bad girl like me doing on a nice show like this?
What do you mean? Susie.
My best friend is Sonny Griffin, who's the best friend you could ever want in the world.
And your excuse expression, that is gorgeous.
Who is Sonny Griffin?
Remember from Good Morning America, from Avon.
Yeah, okay.
An actress and model?
Yeah, exactly.
Except you haven't seen her in anything.
Well, she's not working lately.
Right. She is. Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Oh, I didn't know about
What do you mean Harley Davidson? What do you mean?
The spread, the layout. On the bike.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's a model.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And she's actually building a home. She and her husband build gorgeous homes, and she's doing
they built a nightclub in our house.
Okay,
right, go ahead.
No, but they're building a bed and breakfast.
The one that fell apart in the earthquake?
That's the one, you got it.
In Telluride, they're building.
Yeah, I know.
So she's a carpenter.
Bed and breakfast. You guys see the body on the
She's a general contractor. But anyway, when she says, do lunch with this guy, he is a sweetheart. He's a hunk. He's talented.
Was it set up as a date, like a man-woman date, or was it just to say hi?
Well, at the bottom line, what she says, he's crazy, this and that, his whole story. Because, I like to know who I have lunch with. I don't have lunch with.
And that didn't
make you go out.
It didn't scare you that he's married to Martha Ray?
Well, bottom line, she says this guy is a mensch.
Really?
She's not even Jewish. She's not even Jewish.
No, but she's married to one of the nicest guys in the world, and that's the reason I had lunch with her.
All right, so you had lunch with him, but there was nothing romantic going on. Let's make that clear.
No, I took a hotel.
You took her to a hotel?
No, I took a hotel to sleep in myself.
Well, that's what I thought. And you weren't fantasizing about Susie after you got done.
After that flight came in,
Susie's a knockout.
I couldn't wait to. Yes,
Susie, what's that jacket you're wearing?
Oh, well.
I can't get a sense of your body.
Okay. Well, I'll take it off. It is
All right,
a little cool
you.
in here, but this is one of my new Egyptian belly dancing jackets.
Hey, you're wacky.
For my...
Wow, look at the bod on you.
Shake and bake.
Robin, I'm bringing all my dates.
Okay. Okay.
Susie, you single?
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I can't imagine you don't.
Actually, he's part Cherokee Indian.
Oh, I didn't ask,
Someone
but...
who loves nature.
Oh, you're into this nature thing?
I am. There's a bonding with
I remember
nature.
when you were dating...
People appreciate
you were dating Ted Kennedy for a while. That was kind of cool.
Well, what
That's an Indian of another
He's not a nature guy.
Actually, he is a wonderful skier.
Is he really?
Great jock. And
big deal.
Actually, the excitement...
I thought you were going to marry him.
The excitement between us is actually about caring about your viewers. In that, do you feel that... Are you a jock at all?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, you can't see from my build. Seriously. I mean, I'm very athletic.
He's surprised you had to ask.
A billowy that, he's not really showing himself off.
Punch me in the chest. You'll see. I'm very, very muscular.
But do you believe that...
I'm a bit of a jock. Actually, I have an empty jock, if you want to know the truth. Yes, go ahead. Yes, okay, go ahead.
And I'm still here. I believe that the right to sport is the right to health. And the two of us shared this excitement about bringing fitness to, or equal opportunity to women in sports in the
He
school.
wanted to get in your pants.
So the whole family could get fit as a result.
Guys know how to play you. Guys know how to play you.
Kennedy said, yeah.
You're like an open book. Take Kennedy. He was like, Susie, I love to do sport. It is people's inalienable rights to do sport.
Good.
Well, Ted,
Howard.
JFK invented the fitness craze.
I know.
Yeah. She said all this stuff, and he said, I agree. I agree.
Yes, please, now can we sleep together?
I agree. Me too.
I love fresh air, please. Spread them already, please.
I'll bet you he says gorgeous.
What?
I bet you he says gorgeous.
No, he doesn't.
You sure?
Yeah, he's a man's man.
Well, then you date him.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking for a guy.
Okay.
But, he's
How long did you date him?
He's the head of the Senate Health Committee. And I said...
I know, that's unbelievable. There's a guy who's so unhealthy.
Yeah, look at him. You didn't look at him and say, sports.
Come on, he's no jock.
You know what?
His sport is drinking.
He raced. I saw him go through a slalom course.
Really?
I'm telling you, he's good. I do the Kennedy race every year with his family in Aspen. And these guys
You're having some life.
would have been on the Olympic team if they weren't going into politics.
Really?
I tell you, they are that talented.
Even as large as he is now?
His Max Kennedy beat me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
And you were in the
These guys were
Olympics.
good. I know.
And you won.
Well, I was using a little shorter. I wasn't giving it my full-on enchilada.
What did you do? You got a gold medal in the Olympics?
Actually, this is the perfect station to say I'm the only one in the history of the Olympics that Avery Brundage tried to take my medals away and never had any.
What do you mean they tried to take your medals away?
Well, I was the number one highest-ranked Olympic skier,
right.
And I tied with a girl who won the medal in the nonstop the day before, and then it was a big, if you ski at all, wax is really important. America, we were so poor back then.
Wait a second, did you get the gold medal?
No.
Oh, well, that's all I want to know.
But I led the reform of the Olympics, so it wasn't an under-table thing, and Avery Brundage says, when I
Who's Avery Brundage, Rob?
One of those head of the IOC.
Oh.
Yeah. And I organized all the athletes from the winter and the summer of the Olympics to take on Brundage and to bring back integrity to the modern Olympics that they had in the ancient time.
Hold on.
It was over the table. And he says, I saw in the paper you perjured yourself. I said, you forced all the athletes in the world to perjure themselves up until 72. And he says, even so, if you perjured yourself, you must return your medals. I said, but Avery, I have no medals. I have only principles.
Sounds like you're a sore loser.
Flipped out.
Well, I don't understand, Robin. Now explain what Susie said.
All right, basically, she didn't have any medals, and the guy got so angry at her for something she said in the newspaper that he wanted to take her medals away, not realizing she didn't have any.
Oh.
Because I got so much publicity, partly because fashion saved my butt. I wore the silver suit in the Olympics, and I was the number
I got to admit,
I was the great hope.
You're really
of the
cute.
Olympics.
You've got a nice body.
So that's when I got into designing.
What do? You work out how many hours a day?
Well, I just...
may I see your ass is as tight as a drum?
Show me stretching exercises.
Yeah, let me see some stretching exercises.
Stretch on rollerblades?
I always work out before I do a show, particularly someone who requires great flexibility of mind, because a flexible body is a flexible mind. But I developed this after after I blew out my knee when a freak accident.
More stretching, please.
Friday night. Okay, more stretching.
You were enjoying that.
Yeah. Stretch harder.
Anyway, this is latex tubing. That's all I do.
I recognize. I use latex tubing in my sex acts.
Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you.
See, that's good.
I do.
Sex.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this is the best consistent way not to have to go to the gym and work out.
Is there a stretching exercise of one that you do, like standing, where you can like bend over and stretch? That's what I'm looking for, to relax my back muscles. You have anything like that you know of? I can't find a good exercise where I just have to do this.
Well, we after the show. I'm
all right,
sure
thank
we
you.
Can,
all right.
Right.
Oh God.
But I did have.
You got powerful legs, don't you?
Thank you. Yes.
From what, all that skating and all that stuff?
Skiing.
Yeah.
No,
tell him better to.
I bet you could crush a coconut between your legs.
Oh dear.
You're so powerful. You got a nice face too. Pretty attractive. Why are you not looking at me? Stop looking at Mark. He's not a real man.
I'm not a real man. I'm here for fake. But let's go back.
Come on.
Well, his friends asked me if I was
are you getting
Republican or Democrat, and I said, well, I'm bi.
Yeah, like it matters. Mark's the only guy that takes a woman like this out and asks, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
No, that wasn't me.
No, a friend of theirs. But,
friend.
But I don't know Mark that well, so I can't make it.
But he's very effeminate to you, isn't he?
What do you think?
Well, I like guys who you are a nice mixture of yin yang. Actually.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not yin yang. I'm yang all the way.
You're yang, right?
No yin and that's here. The kind of guy I'm attracted to.
Really? Ever kiss a woman?
The male
ever kiss a woman?
Side, no.
No, I was talking to Mark. Mark, ever kiss a woman?
You caught me, Howard. Howard, you caught me. I'm looking at her waiting for his answer.
That was a sneak question.
I
was talking to Mark. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Yeah, and it wasn't a guy in drag.
I don't know him that well.
Right.
But I'll tell you
It's just amazing to me that Susie...
I'm going to take him skiing, and we're going to do a tango.
When? When are we going skiing?
When are we going skiing?
When you're a free man.
Harry Grant. When are we going skiing?
When you're a free man.
Oh, you're going to wait till then?
Are you?
Oh, when I'm free, yeah.
Why don't you just put a pillow over Martha's face? You'll be a free man.
Hey.
Come on. Come on already,
don't
Mark.
give him
You know you need the money.
No, I don't.
You don't?
I have to give you guys a compliment.
Yes.
I don't normally listen to your show, but yesterday, after lunch, a guy came by when we were having lunch and said, I was listening to the show yesterday.
Yes.
On the LIE, they're all stuck in traffic, and one looked over at the other one sitting in the car, and both laughed at the same time, and they realized they were both listening to Mark singing on the Howard Stern show.
Yes,
he came over the table.
You're an amazing man.
He said they were stuck in traffic.
So let's just clear this up. This is all I wanted to clear up. That Mark Harris is not really dating you. He is a friend.
It was just an introduction.
I didn't have condoms in my pocket, if that's what you mean.
I start with lunch.
Lunch.
Okay.
Right. And that's as far as it's going to go.
I'm not buying condoms.
Fag hag. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. There's no way. That's no way. There's no way the two of you are dating. There's no way the two of you are dating.
Right.
I know it.
You know what I'm going to bring?
First of all, Martha Ray is a lovely woman.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
She deserves respect. I believe.
Amen.
And it's not right for you to date while Martha is still alive.
She said.
Am
I right, Susie?
They got to go to Mark's show and find out the real story behind it. It's too long to do on radio.
Really?
Did he do it for you all yesterday?
No, she knows through her friend's son.
It's a beautiful story.
Is it?
Yes. And love, the definition of love, according to Campbell, is perfect kindness.
Hitler and Jackie Mason are a more realistic couple than the two of you. That's all I'm saying.
That's good.
All I'm saying, because she is a statuesque, beautiful blonde who
I'm sure you would like to be her friend.
Let me have her for 5 minutes. I'll show you how to date.
That's all you take is 5 minutes,
Susie. Your head would be spinning. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of man you date.
Talk.
If Ted Kennedy wouldn't know what to do with you. Believe me, he doesn't. How he blew it with you, I don't know. What happened? You were in love with him? Were you in love with him, Susie?
I care about him.
You do?
And for 15 years, we've had
an affair.
No, we've had a friendship. He has. I just.
You like him because he's a Kennedy.
I love how he cares about his. I mean, I went to
really? He's got you hypnotized.
No, I have to tell you, there is a lot of love in that family.
Really?
A lot of childhood hurts.
Did you drink with him and stuff, or would he just drink alone?
No, I don't drink.
You don't? Because you're a health freak. I can't see you having anything in common with him except for the fact that he's a Kennedy.
Well, he got a bill through Congress for me that actually was supposed to be introduced by Bobby Kennedy to straighten out sports in America. You know the ping pong players who opened up China?
Yeah.
When they got back, they got killed by the NCAA fighting with the AAU instead of being heroes. So this bill, for the first time in history...
I don't know. Something about ping pong players.
Ping pong players. You mean Kennedy introduced a ping pong playing bill?
No, Bobby was going to introduce this bill that would solve those kinds of problems and give athletes rights and representation and get rid of sex discrimination.
I can't get the death penalty, and they're going to have ping pong players.
Anyway, and the key of getting that bill through was his brother, Ted. And that's how I got to meet him. That's how I've also supported the Special Olympics, which I think.
But I can't see you as in love with like as a lover. He's not physically fit like you are. He's not your type. He is not the man you need. You need a tall, sort of Prince Charming, youngish.
Look how you're describing me, Howard.
No, you're describing me.
You really are.
Go ahead,
Prince Charming. Go ahead.
You're Princess Charming.
I am so flattered that you really have a caring side to you. I go.
Of course I do.
I go. You know what? You know why I'm also here is because after that, he says, "Do you want to be on the Howard Show with me?"
I know. It was a bit
publicity, and I said, "Thank you, but
no." Right.
Yeah. And then you got on the phone yesterday.
I talked to Susie myself.
Did you? And he said,
"I would be a gentleman."
Yes.
And I have been, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Is that the real Howard?
Yes, that is the real Howard.
The one you talked to on the phone?
Yes.
Wow.
That is the scheming, conniving Howard who sits there and lies to everyone.
That's the one who's like a chameleon and will be whatever it takes.
That's the one who can be whatever you need me to be. I hide the sex maniac until you get in here.
No, but I have never
I am very caring.
Such a sweet,
Can I say something to you?
Your voice on the phone. And
can I say something to you, Susie?
You would be honest to tell people that was what you were really like.
Yes, that is how I am. That's how I really am. And let me say something. I don't know what you're feeling right now. I know what I'm feeling. I'm going to be honest about I can see you're a person who likes to express their emotions, so I will express my emotions.
Wow.
When you walked in the door, I realized that I was in love with you. Now, hold it a second. I just want to say something.
You do have a lot of love.
I have love for you. I'm not saying I'm in love with you the same way I'm in love with my wife or something like that, who, by the way, is very ill. And she has both her legs
Let's send her
missing.
some big energy.
If everybody...
No, I'm not kidding.
That, Mark?
My wife has both her legs. Were cut off.
Very
She's
bad.
out of pain.
Very bad. Yes, where was the caring part? Where was the caring part?
No. My wife is probably not going to live through the month.
Give us some Percocet.
No, I'm being serious, Susie.
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to need a mother for my children.
You hear this? You hear this?
No.
Aunt Sally could take care of the kids.
Be quiet, Mark, will you, please?
You're lucky to have Aunt Sally.
She just mumbles and says things that people don't care about.
Right, never mind. Play the Clinton song.
Susie, out of pure love, I would like to say that I am honored that you came in this morning. Find you to be very beautiful. I myself never had a tall woman. I am 6'5".
Really?
Did you realize that?
No.
Stand up for her.
Stand up, darling.
Here, come on. Here, stand up for a second, Susie. Out of my love for you, I would like to...
You are tall.
Yes, I'm perfect for you. What the hell are you wearing?
Can you imagine him on rollerblades?
I'm
6.
What a bun on you.
Oh, excuse me here.
What I'd do to you. I'd love a tall woman like you.
But only 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's better than the 5 minutes you could provide.
I doubt it.
You'd be looking at magazines of guys.
Yeah, all with pictures of me.
I'd be trying
Susie.
on outfit.
I think you're both beautiful.
Susie, I would love to hug you hello. I would love to hug you hello. Would that be acceptable? Yeah, out of love. Because I feel a vibration
Okay.
in the room. May I?
Yes.
All right.
You're not going to ask her if you could slap her butt?
How do we do this? Do I come to you or you?
Well, you're on rollerblades.
Shall I roll to you?
I'll come over to you.
Oh, what?
All right, roll over to me.
Oh,
Take off your headphones.
Okay.
I'll show her how to hug. Wow, you are really... Give me a hug. Oh, yeah. Oh. See, Mark, that's how you hug.
Never mind, I'm bringing my...
Come here, look at this.
I'm bringing my guy dates here. I want to see if he gets into it.
Oh, wow.
Come on,
Yes,
you dig me, right?
Better than Ted Kennedy, I have to tell you.
Kennedy's a mess.
Uh-oh.
He's no athlete.
He is.
That's right.
I'm telling
Look
you.
at this. Punch me in the chest.
Oh.
In the chest.
Yes. How about the stomach?
No, no one's doing that.
Notice he didn't ask you to punch him in.
You may be hitting the next governor of New York.
How about the stomach?
Go ahead. Ah, easy. I'm going to throw... I don't care who you know.
Well, I've got a leotard with tights underneath, but stand aside.
But there's no panties in there. Mark, you don't even...
This is adorable.
What a
I have to
waste of
You know what? Why don't all you viewers hug someone?
These are
that
listeners.
was too good. Viewers.
Susie, go sit down next to
I'm not usually up at this hour. I'm sorry.
Go
you
sit down next to Martha Ray's
hug
husband.
someone. That was really nice.
All right, go ahead. Ooh, give me another hug. Yeah, give me another hug. Because I feel a lot of love for you.
I think Howard just got a vote. You know, she's a New Yorker.
Yeah, come on. Rub closer to me. Why are you so afraid? Why are you so
She's
standing
on
up?
rollerblades. She
Come
might hurt
closer to me.
herself.
I'll roll her right into me. There you go. Oh, you horny. Yes.
It's a good thing Ted Kennedy's not here.
You're all right.
Yeah, you like it, don't you?
Thank you.
Could barely let go of me.
Perfect.
5 minutes I could get her.
You.
Mark Harris is sitting there romancing.
No, I'm just watching this. I can't believe this. Go ahead.
Mark, that's how you hug a woman. That's how you handle a woman. What is it, Stuttering
Ted Kennedy
John?
was here, you think he was...
We want to talk to a gay guy who's real angry at Mark.
All right.
Say again? Why?
Why?
What do you...
In front of his date? A gay guy is angry at you. Hello?
Hello, Howard?
Yes.
Howard, I am so over, like, Mark. How can he say he's bisexual? The joke goes, the only thing about that's bisexual about Mark is he's bilingual, or you know what I'm saying.
I am bilingual, too.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Je parle en français.
He's quadrilingual.
Mark, how can you say that you're bisexual? Like, I can't even comprehend.
I think 3 children, 2
No,
children.
it's not a question of the children. But when you say bisexual, I mean, I didn't give anything.
3 children mean nothing.
A bad word.
He did?
Yes.
I'm not even listening. I'm looking at Susie.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize you said a bad word.
What I would just like to ask you, if I only went with men,
Yeah?
that would please you?
No, I really don't care.
I believe you only do
So
go
if
with
you
men.
don't care, what is this about?
I worry about the women that you're messing around with that, like, you know, might think that they have a chance with you. That's what I worry about.
Oh, I see.
You think he's fooling somebody?
You think he's fooling Susie? I don't.
I see.
I think Susie knows exactly what's going on.
All right, well, as long as that's the case.
No, the case is I'm not getting married again. I had enough.
You've had enough. What, you'd already had a marriage?
3. Yeah. Well,
How long were you married and living in the same house with your wife?
The first wife?
Yeah.
13 years.
Wow. You're kidding.
Second.
And did you act like
7
this,
years.
or did you like act more masculine?
I didn't act anyway.
Really?
This is it.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
13.
Ask Aunt Sally.
There's a book in this guy. I'm telling you.
Oh, at least one.
I enjoy life. I have
You mean you went up to a woman and you...
wonderful life.
Excuse me. Your first wife, you went up to a woman, you started talking like this, and then she married you.
Exactly.
Right.
But what does talking have to do with lovemaking?
Because there's no way.
No way.
And no one on your block said, all the neighbors and everything. There's something with Mark. I mean,
no.
Come on. Susie, you know what I'm talking about?
Nobody ever pointed out to you that you were...
I think I might.
Yeah, you might be a little suspicious, right?
Flamboyant.
Yes.
Flamboyant, yes.
I think what this guy is saying is...
You do need to be careful these days.
Right. I think Mark pretty much flags it that he's, effeminate.
Mark, you are...
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with it.
I think what this guy's saying is he thinks Mark's a homosexual, and we ought to stop the charade.
And you should stop the bi charade.
Right. Is that what you're saying?
It's ridiculous.
I will be
absolutely ridiculous, Mark.
Would you like to meet Mark?
I want to hear this.
Would you like to meet Mark?
No, he's not even a man. He's
right.
He's like Mr. Woman.
Mr. Woman. Well, I like that. That's not a problem. But you see, nothing. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't. Who cares what he thinks?
I'm very happy.
Right.
In my life, period.
I don't care.
That's why I found you hanging from a rope yesterday.
Right.
I had to take you down off the chair.
I have no problem. I have a great life.
He has a great life. He loves his life.
I don't care that he's happy. I just worry about the women that he's playing around with. That's
they're very happy. You don't have to bring some more.
Martha Ray is the woman he's playing around with, and I don't think she knows what planet she's on right now. All right? That's it.
I think it's nice that he cares about Mark and how he's related, but it's really Mark's life.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yes, don't get upset about Mark's life.
Susie's like a flower child.
She is. She's a very loving person. I like that.
Yeah, I'd like to love her.
Very open, very loving.
You're not kidding. What a body. You are tight. Would you ever do a new spread in Playboy?
I turned it down.
You did? Why? What, do you got a lot of money? Are you independently wealthy?
No.
From the chapstick commercials?
I've done well.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you worth over $1 million? Because Mark will marry you tomorrow.
No.
You don't care what you are.
You need a disco in your house?
Actually, money is...
That's good.
Isn't so important.
In other words, you don't have to work.
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you do?
But actually, money has never been... I wanted to do how I started off after the...
But I mean, what do you do now?
I'm a designer.
I see.
Susie Chaffee collection. I won the World Design Award for my ski wear. I'm bringing this product out to the market, the stretch cord, so that people can stay fit consistently.
Well, you certainly are.
Kids in the school only get 1 hour of PE a week, so they're really not getting enough.
Oh, so you're like into some things.
Yeah, I'm actually prepping a book. I've been writing a poem, which is a couple chapters in this book.
Poem book?
Snow Goddess.
Really?
Yeah.
You ought to give it to Mark. He'll turn it into a bad song.
Actually, you could work on the lyrics with Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, now what is it? When you took Susie out on the date, you started singing to her?
Yeah, we were singing and speaking a few languages. I didn't even know she could speak.
And what did you sing to her?
Wir haben durchgesprochen zusammen.
That means why don't you march into an oven? You big ugly Jew.
March quickly.
That's right.
My valet is from Germany.
Your what?
My valet. He's from Germany.
Your valet is from... How do you afford a valet?
Is that important?
Yeah.
Is this a full-time job?
Full-time job.
You have a valet, a guy who dresses you?
Well, he lays all the clothing out. Just the clothing, Why don't you give him a call? Wake him up at 3 hours.
That is ridiculous.
What, the valet is ridiculous? According to you, everything in my life is ridiculous, but I am ridiculously happy.
What do you have to pay a guy to lay out your clothes?
May I say something to this guy?
Whatever you wish.
Get a life.
Right.
Right,
he is so consumed with my life.
Well, we all are.
Well, we're trying to figure out, Mark. Now, this guy comes and lays out your clothes. And that's his whole job?
No, he does Martha's dirty laundry.
Oh, okay.
That must be a treat.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff around the house.
Okay, he's one of the household help then. Okay.
Yeah.
What does Martha wear?
It's not what she wears. It's she has problems.
Oh, I see. She has weird laundry.
Mark,
soiled laundry?
Wait, let me hear this guy.
Are you saying you mean this guy has to do Martha's soiled laundry?
I got to hear the phone caller.
Can't you get disposable clothes or something? I mean, do you have to make somebody go through that?
That's June Allison. What were you saying?
Why aren't you doing her laundry?
Your next wife, June Allison.
Why aren't you doing her laundry?
Yeah, why don't you do Martha's?
Times I did. Right now, we're doing a lot of work on the house. And somebody has to watch the work.
He's got a huge career. He doesn't have time for laundry. He's such a
Why don't you just put a hole in Martha's wheelchair, and then you wouldn't have to...
Yeah, I see how happy and sympathy. Yeah, you got it.
Everything could just drop out the bottom.
Right. Promise to be good.
Okay, I'm sorry, Susie. I'm sorry, Susie.
Susie's going to keep him in check.
It takes Susie to keep me in line.
No.
You're going to come back with Susie all the time, aren't you?
No, I'm going to bring some others from California.
Susie, you need a massage?
I love massages.
Come over here, I'll rub you down. I bet you'll get turned on.
After the show. But
I bet you'll be sexually aroused if I do.
I do an aura massage, actually.
Yeah, she did that yesterday.
What, to you? Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Susie
I
gave
was
you
very tired on that late flight.
Susie
My
gave
aura
you,
was
Susie gave you an oil massage?
Aura.
Aura. That's screwy.
Let her massage your aura.
Yeah.
Come over here and massage my aura, Susie.
Start from the back.
Please.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never had that.
I want to hear how
Actually,
you...
Let me take my pants off.
Massage.
No, Rod.
Should I take my pants off?
No, she doesn't need to touch you.
Actually, an aura is not touching you, but it feels.
Very safe
I have healing
massage.
hands, actually.
Really?
Let her touch your aura. See,
I have a pain somewhere. Can you help me?
Yeah, if
Do you have
are
healing hands?
receptive, I do.
I am receptive. I have a. Let me show you where my ache is.
Oh, you.
I injured myself doing some athletic activity.
No, remember.
Oh, it's on my inner thigh.
No. Okay.
Is there something wrong with
Remember the rules.
What?
We have rules.
What are the rules?
Be nice.
I'm going to be nice, but I have an injury.
Okay.
Right.
Where?
Come over here. I'll show you.
I think I only want to
Susie.
fix your brain.
It's an old Vietnam. I served in Vietnam. It's an old Vietnam injury.
I was in Vietnam.
Yes, so was I. What do you mean you served?
I was in
the 103rd.
Really?
Yeah. Da Nang.
You know what? What year were you there?
Let's see. Well, I was there for 3 tours of duty. I was there in...
I was there in 71.
I was there in 71. That was my second tour of duty.
Do you remember me?
I think I saw your show.
You're kidding.
I think I might have been one of the guys who saw your show that year. As a matter of fact.
No, I'm serious. We went in helicopters, went
71 through 73, right?
Radar and
71 through 73.
71. Yeah.
I had
honoring you guys.
I had killed. This is kind of a weird. You know why I remember this?
Years before.
I know. I remember this. I had killed a guy. Listen to this. This is a funny story. I was in Vietnam, and we're on a tour of duty. And I'm going through, at the time we would call the enemy gooks. I don't know if you know this.
I do.
Right. We're going through a gook village, and we said that only to dehumanize them, so it was easier to kill them. But we had to kill them. Listen, it was either be killed or kill. I wasn't happy about it. And this was, the lieutenant said, look, go into the village and wipe out the village.
What was your rank?
I was, at this point, I was a what do you call it, a field soldier.
That's not a rank.
A private. I was a private. That was nothing at this point. I was what they called a grunt.
You couldn't even make sergeant?
I was not a sergeant at this point. I was, Robin, don't put me down for it. Someone had to do the hard work.
No, but you were putting your butt on the line.
Exactly. I was a grunt.
Because you were protecting the rest of us, which was beautiful.
I'm not going to go into the gory details.
In the politics.
Exactly. It was wrong and everything, but I had to do what I had to do.
It's a time when right is wrong and wrong is right.
But, Susie, you'll be interested in this. And I'm not going to go into what happened in the village because it was pretty intense. I don't know. Mark would throw up. I know that. He can't handle it.
You'd have to cradle Mark.
I'd like to see Mark's deferment during the war. I wonder what it was.
3A.
Excuse me, what's 3A?
KY.
Hardship.
Hardship?
What was your hardship?
What was your hardship?
Sole supporter of my family.
Oh.
Howard, Mark didn't need deferment. All he had to do was say he was gay.
This guy is still on the phone?
He's part of the group now.
He's part of the show.
Is he? Okay.
But I remember the show because we had taken out this village, and I cut off this guy's ears in order to make a necklace, a beautiful necklace, and I wanted to present it.
I don't think Susie wants to hear that.
You don't?
I don't think that's in the nice category.
Well, listen, Susie, you knew the war was hell. And one of the things that used to get me... I had 3 ear necklaces. I had 10 ears on this one necklace. I wanted to present it to you.
God.
Oh, let me tell you, you had to do it. This was part of the whole thing. I was not born a killer. I'm born a lover.
Howard, why don't you take the caller?
Mark, would you mellow out? I'm talking about Vietnam, something that you don't know about. Susie and I went through it, okay?
Weren't you touched by this D-Day thing? I mean...
Yes.
I mean, you know what won the war is love between soldiers.
Do you know when
each other... And all
you know what got me through the war?
Going to die because they loved Eisenhower and Gavin and would do anything for them.
She knows.
And our country and our principles.
What does she know?
But there's a better way to express ourselves. Did you know that? Do you know how the evil empire of Russia ended?
How?
Besides the bankruptcy of that way of
communist government.
Right.
Yes.
Gorby and the Pope had conversations a couple times a month.
Did Ted Kennedy do an FBI check on you before he dated you? I want to know. I mean, you seem to...
How come she has so much inside information?
She's a skier. I don't know. I don't know how she got all that.
That's inside information from Vatican and CIA.
You know, when I used to be... I used to smoke marijuana during the war.
I did. I admit it.
Would you believe?
I had to. In order to get through, I would smoke opium, all kinds of things. I was watching Susie's show. I'm smoking a big fat doobie. And I had a gook jawbone as a roach ashtray.
Oh,
now, I remember it like it was yesterday. Hey, I'll admit it. I ate gook brains and legs. I put garlic and pepper. I did it all. It tastes like chicken.
Oh.
A little rice, we were in heaven.
Do you remember on the D-Day thing,
Yes.
they talked about how the Germans and the Americans honored each other's wounded and stopped and wouldn't, let each other...
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
I mean, that was love between the enemies.
Oh, that was an outrage.
And that bonded those guys. When they got
That was an
together
outrage.
this time, it was beautiful.
Oh, please.
So there's another way to express yourself besides the war. Hitler, he had childhood hurts. We should have sent a psychologist.
Susie's very airy.
Over there.
She's very
into a higher mind, Howard. She's not
Sure.
on this earthly plane.
I'm glad Susie's wearing rollerblades, or else she'd
stuck
float
here.
away. She's really very heavenly.
Thank God for
Yeah.
gravity, or Susie would just float away.
How much do you weigh, Susie?
Why destroy
How much do you
millions
weigh?
of lives when you could send
I agree with you 100%.
a psychologist over who could sit down and talk it out?
Susie, how much did you weigh? How much do you weigh?
About 130.
Boy, oh boy, and you're 5'9". That's a nice package.
Thank you.
But I bet you when Ted Kennedy took you to parties and you started doing all this hippie talk, he got a little nervous, right? Susie, can you keep your mouth shut, please?
He's not a perfect human being, not unlike yourself, but he's done a lot of good stuff.
I bet you adore Jerry Garcia. True? True or false?
Who's Jerry
No, I didn't. All right, okay, Grateful Dead. All right.
Oh.
I thought maybe you were
Do you know
into
where
that.
the Grateful Dead came from?
Where?
Pop quiz.
Where did they come from?
Yeah, this theologian told me. From Egypt.
Was that right?
The pharaohs were concerned about afterlife, and they wanted to. They rode the higher road of life. They were very
Sorry, I asked.
spiritual. No, and those who made it to heaven was very grateful about it,
Right.
as opposed to the alternative.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
You have another question?
It can't be for Susie, is it?
Yes, it is actually.
Don't give him your phone number.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, all I know is I served in Vietnam, and I want to thank Susie for coming over and entertaining us guys when we were down on our luck.
Thank you.
I mean, I had come off a killing spree, and I was completely jazzed. I thought I was going to go out of my mind. I wiped out a whole village once. I ever tell you about this?
No.
My-
You've never talked to her before.
My sergeant says, I feel like I've talked to you before.
The trauma produced this show. I mean,
My sergeant says to me, go in and teach this village a lesson. They were obviously VC. They were posing as,
Who said this to you?
my sergeant.
Your sergeant.
So he goes, go in.
VC.
Yeah, he says, obviously VC. He says, and teach them a lesson. He says, take out each man, woman, and child, bury them alive, leave their arms up out of the ground so they can wave goodbye. And I did it because I was a good soldier. I did it.
Yourself?
We had to do it because we were there to win. Am I right, Susie? Am I right or am I wrong? You were there. You saw the conditions.
We were there, of course,
to win. Of course. Susie understands what I had to do.
And the caller's
She
question.
forgives me. She forgives me. I have nightmares every night.
Command decisions needed to be worked out a little bit more. I mean, we can't Xerox American philosophy on.
I remember when you came to do that show, I was in the audience where I swear to God this is a true story.
Yeah.
I went into a village. I wiped out this family. I took their couch. I brought it over to the show so I have a comfortable
you have
seat.
a seat.
Yeah.
Boy, this will cure all the listeners.
It was the greatest show, too. And I
You were
slept like
so
a baby.
comfortable.
I slept like a baby on that couch because I had to do it. I had to.
No, that was your job.
It was circumstances beyond my control, beyond Howard Stern's control.
They should have given you the script to Rambo.
Oh,
You
be
could have done
quiet.
great.
He was
Talk like a
first
man.
blood.
Let me hear you talk masculine. Try it, just for 5 minutes, so
No,
Susie can maybe pretend
I wouldn't
you're...
be happy. I wouldn't be happy. This is it. I'm just myself.
Just say,
That's it.
hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
No, that sounds like a girl to me.
That's better.
Girl with a deep voice.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, come on, there's a problem with that.
I have no problem. You have a problem.
You can talk regular.
No.
Wait a
You can
minute,
talk
Howard,
regular. He
can we
could to
talk?
Susie, admit it. You were over in Vietnam.
Can we talk? Can we
Yes.
talk?
This is
What?
so stupid. I mean, this is who I am.
You know what's sad in this society?
What?
You know,
Besides this show.
Yeah. What is sad, Susie? You know what's sad? That I'm not
The
hugging you right now. Let me
feminine
kiss your neck and massage
the
you.
feminine side of man has been held hostage.
Come over
and now
here.
it's coming out. We're getting to more of
There
a
is no
balance
feminine side
of
about
the
me,
male,
Susie.
Female,
Oh,
within
you
each
do have a
other.
very feminine
You
side.
calling me gay?
No.
Anybody in this room calls me gay, they get out of here right now. I'm 100% masculine. Come over here and find out.
The yin yang.
Yin yang
thing
nothing. Don't give me any of that. Yin yang. I don't speak Chinese.
You have long hair as a symbol of the rebellion of this society that they have been.
I have long hair to hide my skinny neck and to make my face look a little more attractive. It's a mess.
That's not true.
Oh, it is too.
You love your long, luxurious hair.
Oh, what do you call me, a Breck girl?
What are you doing? Tell her how you roof and primp.
I'll be quiet. I did for. I wish I would have looked better if I knew Susie was coming. Susie, come over here.
No,
Let me
but
rub
I
you
have a lot
down.
of male in me.
Let me
and
rub
I
you
have a lot
down.
of female.
Come here. I want to tell me if I'm a good rub down artist.
Wait a minute.
Come here. I'll have you moaning in a minute.
Wait a minute.
Robin, you keep the clock on. I'm going to rub Susie.
Okay. What? And in a minute?
How horny are you? When's the last time you had sex with a guy?
Well, Howard.
Be honest.
Howard, I'm leaving unless you go by the rules.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You don't want to rub down?
Well, the way you've put it is.
I'm
really
sorry.
not
All right, horny was not a good word. I'm just saying, when's the last time you were handled by a real man, not someone like Mark?
He wasn't handled by Mark.
He wasn't handled by Mark at all.
I'm not ever handled.
Really? Come over here. I'll show you how to be handled.
I am waiting for the.
You know you want it.
I am loved, but I'm not.
Oh, come on. Hey, I'm a great masseuse. In Vietnam, I massaged a dead Kong, and she woke up.
Ow!
Made her rise from the dead.
What?
She was laying there dead. I massaged her.
Oh, don't repeat it.
Well, I got great war
That was
stories.
a miracle.
I'd like to whisper my dead stories in your ear while I massage you. Oh, Mark, don't get so jealous.
No, jealous. No, I'm looking at this.
No, I mean you're afraid that I'm going to leave you for her.
Oh, sure.
Mark is so
I
upset
am
that we're
waiting-
paying attention to Susie and not him.
No, I'm waiting for the caller's question.
Why has Mark been on the show 20 times?
Mark
I mean,
is terrific. Mark is terrific.
He who protects
He's a one of a
What
kind.
makes me terrific?
You're a character. Any
I'm not.
guy who would marry an 80-year-old woman.
She's not
stood
80.
up to you.
Well, how old is she?
If she'll be here August, she'll be 78.
All right.
Really?
All right, that's 80, Mark.
Okay, if you want to round it down.
She's got the body of an 80-year-old. Any guy who would marry an 80-year-old and, and run around the country singing about Bill Clinton is an interesting character, and
Mark
that's all there is to it.
has an incredible personality.
That's right.
Thank you,
We're very
Robin.
attracted to
And,
him.
Thank you, Robin.
And a
Yes.
story behind this that really shows what a beautiful guy he is. And that's what part that the basis of love is respect, and I respect him.
You do?
Yep.
The only thing that
Isn't that
pisses me off is he didn't go to Vietnam.
Oh.
That pisses you off.
I'm a man.
And you voted for Clinton?
Let me tell you something. I was in NAM. And you won't even go into a bumper car.
Why do you? How about Martha Ray served in Vietnam?
Yeah, well, she's a real man. She's more of a man than you are.
She said so too.
And that's okay too.
This caller.
Let me say something. I want to talk to Susie for a minute. Susie, I want to thank you for coming in with Mark.
Is this a joke?
I didn't believe that he knew you. I was wrong. I apologize. You are a lovely woman.
Thank you.
You have an incredible body from exercise and everything else. You are all... Excuse me. I'm talking now.
Yeah, I know.
You are 100% woman. There is no question about it.
Thank you.
You are a real woman. There's no yin and yang about you.
Yes, there is.
There's no manly
There's
side
a
to
lot
you.
of yin yang.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of yin and yang.
There's a manly side to you. I can't spot it.
No.
Let me tell you. You're blushing, Susie, but that's all right.
I am.
I've seen many beautiful women. You're a piece... Can I say a piece of ass? Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
do you think?
I would take it back.
Okay.
You are not a piece of ass. And I want to thank you for coming in here. And
This is also how I make a living.
what is that?
See this bird, the falcon?
Yeah.
Egypt. I wore
What's with you in Egypt?
I wore it to. It's the god of protection. Do you know what I mean?
You need
I got
to.
up. I sweated
You need a man to straighten you out.
What, she'll stop saying all these wonderful things if she is a man?
She needs me to straighten her out with all these gods and eagles and Egypt. I'll have her thinking straight in 2 minutes.
Do you want to know what the trend of this year is?
What?
Do you know what the trend of this year, according to the Trend Institute?
What?
What?
Is there a Trend Institute?
Sleeping with Howard Stern?
No, ancient wisdom.
Really?
Which came to us through the Native Americans.
I know all
the
about it.
Egyptians.
I know all about that stuff. I'm into that stuff.
And I went to Egypt
Ask me about
last summer.
something. I'm into Indian philosophy.
An Olympic teammate of mine. I want to talk about that, actually.
I want to talk to you about it off the air where I can get serious with you. I'll tell you the truth. I'd like to go where Ted Kennedy has been, and I don't mean Chappaquiddick. You know what I'm talking about, Susie. You know what I'm talking about.
Was that sweet talking?
Is he a good lover? Susie, is he a good lover? I don't picture him being.
There is a lot of love there.
Really?
I went to a family, like a kid's birthday party, only family, and it was one of the most loving occasions I have ever been to.
Seriously?
I'm serious. Each kid
But I mean, was he good in
went
the sack?
around the table and said something I said a poem.
Were you attracted to John?
Or he's supposed to be the hunk of the world. I'm not personally attracted.
Really? You're more attracted to me than to John Kennedy?
Perhaps. I've never met John.
You're attracted to me, aren't you? There's an attraction between us, isn't there? You're attracted to me, admit it.
Well, I hear he skis. Do you ski?
Yes.
That's really
I was not an Olympic skier, but I taught ski instruction for many years. Yes. But it's so funny. Why can't I brag a little?
Even that guy is laughing.
What? No, I taught ski instruction for 2 or 3 years. I was a ski instructor, putting myself through college when I got out of Nam.
Where?
In Aspen.
Oh, please, Howard.
What?
I've never even been to Colorado.
I have, too. You know Boulder has great Chinese restaurants?
Howard, talk to me about technique.
Do you know my father invented man-made snow? That he was one of the inventors of that? Did you know that? Yeah, that's what he does. My father's a multi-millionaire. Now come over here and get a massage.
Tell me some more ski techniques so I believe this.
What's the slalom? Ask me that.
What's the slalom?
What's the slalom, Robin? Go ahead if you know so much.
No. She asked you, Howard.
Listen, if you're going to test me, if this is a test, then that's something.
Would you go straight at a gate, or would you turn early, turn late? How would you?
I would go personally myself. Yeah. I've always gone straight. Straight at a gate.
Straight at a gate.
No one else does, but only I do.
Like
I shush, I glide, I flirtate, and I myrtle.
You flirtate and myrtle.
Okay.
Those are secret words, and you don't even know what they mean. All right, listen, Susie.
Myrtle was a dead giveaway.
Susie, may I call you Susie Chapstick? Chaffee?
By the way, it's Chaffee.
Whatever. I like Chaffee better.
Well,
is that your maiden name?
It has been pronounced Chafe both ways in history.
What is it, Bubba Holhide? What is this?
Think of Daffy Chaffee.
Hey, what is this? This guy says you were in Playboy. Is that really true?
Well, actually, if truth be known, I was in a tennis tournament in Aspen.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman who was the sponsor of Dance In.
I'm going to get that.
Who I had inadvertently stood up.
Yeah.
When I was doing a benefit on Long Island for the U.S. Olympic team.
Oh, and your breast popped out.
No.
Yeah.
He was sponsor of the Aspen event, and he said, "Hey, would you wear my outfit at this event?"
Understood.
And I said, "Yeah, please. I want to make it up to you. I'm so sorry. Because this guy was.
You're a nice person. Yeah.
Yeah. So I put it on. I had a leotard and then a little skirt over it. And we were in the finals. I mean, I am an erratically good tennis player. I'm either really bad or really good.
I play a tennis.
I happened to be really good that day.
I'm very good.
And I thought the fans were cheering because I was really good.
And what would happen?
Well,
it was see-through?
It was a leotard, one of those nylon leotard, not latex. It was I'm a designer, right? It was a kind of lycra. A lycra leotard, nylon, so it was a little slippery, and it kept riding, up the crack.
Oh.
In the
demonstrate.
The pre-string era, strings became like they're commonplace, right?
So your patch was in view?
No, I kept riding up
your
the back, and I would pull it down, and then serve, but it would ride. And someone photographed it. It was light blue, so in black and white, it looked like nothing.
Really?
And they had a debate in my state on whether I was wearing something or not. And first, I was
Can I have that
rather
leotard?
Embarrassed. So I wrote a rebuttal in Playboy about it was all done in puns, and instead of they published this.
So you were in Playboy,
but then they ran the picture again.
I see. So you weren't really posing in Playboy.
No.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Well, I just wanted.
It was a very long story, Rob.
The governor of my
and have you
state
noticed that with Susie, every story's long?
Very long story, and always involves Egypt and spirits. Susie, it's a pleasure meeting you. I don't know how you ended up with this Mark Harris, but you're with him.
This is one of the most fun 2 days I've had.
Are you going to see Mark again?
Are you going to go on another date with him?
I'm sure.
I doubt it.
I hope
Okay.
so.
You doubt it.
Mark, thank you.
If they'll take me
What was
back.
the question the caller had for Susie? He's still on the phone.
He doesn't have a question for Susie.
Oh, he doesn't.
Do you have a question for Susie? Quickly, I have to go.
Okay, quickly. Susie, if you're so spiritual and everything like that, what's happening with Mark that he's not calling himself a gay person? What's that doing to his soul?
Well, so far it's a moot subject because he's still married.
No.
To
Besides that, I don't have a boyfriend, so how am I going to call myself gay?
Exactly.
You need a boyfriend to be gay?
Not this guy, obviously.
Obviously, he could be alone and have fun.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
That guy was very gay on the phone. All right, listen, everybody do whatever you want. You want to be gay, go be gay. You want to be with Egypt, go be with Egypt. Do whatever you want.
You should be who you are.
Oh, that's easy for you to say. Try being me. All right. I like to be someone else.
Mother Nature comes in all kinds of packages, and there just should be love and tolerance between everybody.
So you say. All right. Anyway,
you
Susie.
know what I honor about you?
Yes.
Is you're universally bigoted to everything, and
Thank
no
you,
one
Susie.
believes it as a result.
That is the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
And there's a lot of truth.
So well put.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of truth on your show. I mean,
Thank you.
You were right about so many things.
I'm right about traffic.
And I
Susie,
only listen to one show. I mean,
it's a pleasure meeting
but I
you.
will listen to you again.
Thank you very much,
and
Susie.
the cab driver who got me here says, I gave him the address. He says, that's the Howard Stern show.
That's right. He knows.
And the cops, this guy is the biggest supporter.
Susie, I'm trying to say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
All right. Susie, I want to thank you for coming in. Susie's on a roll. Wow. Mark Harris, thank you. I'll see you the next time you're in town, I hope.
Yeah, August 4th at Chez Josephine.
Right.
Oh, you decided on the date?
Yeah, Celebrity Deli in Las Vegas, the 2nd and 3rd of July. Celebrity Deli's listening today.
Certainly you have to be a fan of Mark's music. It's one of a kind.
You'll never hear anything like it.
Mark Harris,
hopefully.
Susie Chaffee, and we have to take a break.
How about the sweet side of you and I going to his show?
How about the sweet
Oh,
side?
she asked you for a date.
How about the sweet side of you and I just doing a little rub down thing here?
Yeah.
Rub each other's auras. Let's get physical.
Okay, or
let's skip the rest of that. Let's skip the date part. Let's get right to the foreplay.
Okay, that's the aura.
All right, we'll be back right after these words. With a triple break.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
All right. I want to, I got to play this for you.
What are you eating?
Your rice cakes that you gave me.
Oh.
Jealous?
It just sounded like you were enjoying yourself.
Yeah, trying to. I'm pretending. I'm acting right now. Practicing for Hollywood. I've been thinking a lot about how I'm going to portray myself on the screen. I'm really getting into these heavy acting discussions with myself.
Really? What
Yeah.
do you say?
I was watching some old Letterman appearances and saying, so that's how I appear on screen. I was getting into one of those acting things.
Oh, so now you're looking at yourself to see exactly what you do.
Yeah, I'm studying myself.
Oh, boy. It's gone full circle.
Hey, come on. How many guys get a movie deal?
You know the character.
Oh, yeah, I sure do. I'm going to have more
Now
fantasy
he's
sex
studying
scenes.
himself. Are you going to change your look?
No. For the movies, no. Except when
No, I meant, are you going to go back to the old looks as you progress through your life?
Yeah, oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to have a Louis XIV wig to represent my most recent haircut. And then I will go back in time when I actually had short hair and the bad mustache.
Yeah.
Like De Niro, I will gain weight even for that.
No.
Oh, yes.
You won't do that.
Oh, yes. This is going to be the greatest movie of my life.
You're going to go to padding.
Your first movie's got to be a big movie. You got to be...
It's got to be your Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, Rocky.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, Rocky. Well, that's what it is. My story, Robin, I don't know if you realize this.
I didn't know it was a Rocky story.
It is a Rocky story. Everything about my life's been Rocky. It's a Rocky story in the sense that I'm a guy who grew up in a black neighborhood who worked pulled himself up by his bootstraps, got his lucky break, went on the air, and...
You protest too much.
Oh, come on. All these rice cakes are so good. I like in the Rocky scene. Remember when he used to go into the butcher area there?
Right, into that locker
And
where
he
the meat
punched
was
the
hanging.
steaks?
Yes.
In this movie, I punch my own meat. Wait till you see it. You're going to love every scene. And I'm punching my meat. Beautiful. It's got the same music and everything.
Really?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
lift the music.
Oh, yes.
Why don't you get Frank Stallone to write your music?
Frank Stallone. No comment. These rice cakes good. I'm acting. Robin and I figured out if you buy small, little, tiny rice cakes,
The smaller the rice cake,
the better they taste. They can almost taste like potato chips.
I told him I'm going to finally find one that's as small as a fingernail.
Yeah. And they taste like fingernails. Anyway,
You got to hear this. This is the full tape of Elephant Boy introducing us to the people of Cleveland.
All right.
Enough said. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Fred the Elephant Boy. We love you, Cleveland.
We love you, Cleveland.
Oh, my God. As you know, somebody got arrested from WMMR for cutting the laws.
Someone got arrested from WMMR. He doesn't even know what station.
Yeah, MMR.
Well, come on. He's not in radio. It was MMS.
I was surprised he was willing to handle this topic.
Yeah. I didn't know he was doing an explanation to the crowd.
I want every one of you to write a letter to the FCC and take away WMSS. Get them off the air!
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he got the word Cleveland right. After that, it was all downhill. I never heard just yelling like that.
Everybody knows.
It does sound like a Japanese movie.
I'm wondering about this. I know the signal from the brain goes to the tongue.
Oh, he's saying something. It's just you don't understand it.
And I wonder what happens on its way down.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'd like to know how God planned that on him. Who says there's a God?
I just like to know the route it's taking.
I think I'll screw up a guy real bad. I'll give him normal intelligence, but make him sound like a retard. Let's see if we can come up with a birth defect for that.
Watch this. It's like his nerve signals are like ricocheting around his brain.
We'll make it so this guy never gets laid unless under fluky circumstances like a radio show. All right. I got to hear that again.
Well, thank God he invented radio first, and then he made Fred the Elephant Boy.
His tongue is in a tug of war that no one can win.
Mark, for cutting the laws. I want every one of you.
Now, what did he just... Howard is...
No, he said somebody from WMMS
No, that I know.
cut the lines, and he says, I want each and every one of you.
Yeah,
that is exactly what he's saying.
Hold on. Wait a second. I hear Howard is. Listen.
No.
As you know, somebody got arrested from WMMR for cutting the laws.
Okay.
I want every one of you to write a letter to the FCC and take away WMSS.
MFS.
MSS now.
MFS. Whatever.
See, get them off the air.
See, no how.
Get them off the air. I want everyone to write a letter. We get it off the air.
It's Hitler's speech.
Let me address it. Bye.
This sounds like Hitler's speech.
Let me what?
It sounds like Hitler.
Maybe that was what Hitler was saying.
Yeah.
Write a letter to the FCC.
Go ahead, Fred. It sounds like Hitler.
Werden wir nicht vergessen. Aber wir werden auch die nicht vergessen, die den richtigen Weg einschlagen. Let me address it by we do it legally.
What? What did he just say?
If you want, Fred the Elephant Boy's on the phone. If you ever need to know what he's really saying.
It's more fun to interpret it.
I know.
But what did he just say? I can't get that word at all.
Okay, give us an interpretation of what you just said.
I told them like to watch the FCC.
We got that part.
Get them off the air. And so when we take off the station, we do it legally.
So who's going to interpret that?
Do not dirty tricks.
What did he say?
Who's going to interpret that?
Yeah. How come he's interpreting?
No, we don't do dirty tricks.
Yeah, we don't do dirty tricks. We're going to do it legally.
Yes.
Right.
But it's when we take over a station. Okay.
Right. When we take over a station, we do it legally.
Number one.
Right.
That's what I mean.
I see.
Yeah.
You know what? Not only do you sound like Hitler, you're scarier than Hitler. Hitler I can deal with.
Doctor, okay, let me introduce you to the guest. First of the first of the Howard Stone show is you hear him Ren and Skimpy.
Ren and Skimpy.
It's Ren and Stampy.
Yeah. Remember, Howard, I didn't have no headphones, so I was completely with the crowd. You know, I was yelling.
Ren and
because
Scampy.
I couldn't hear myself.
Wait a minute, you didn't have what?
I didn't have no headphones, so I was.
You need
I was
headphones.
completely with the crowd.
You
because
mean?
I couldn't hear myself, so that's why I was silent.
Elephant Boy is like a Korean dictator. He sounds like that guy in Korea who won't give up the weapons. Billy West introduced to the crowd by Elephant Boy. I think Jackie is next to Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah! MMS sucks! Yeah! Sucks!
Well, there's Billy.
The next one is just performed. It's not for... It's Stuttering John.
He's goofing on Stuttering John.
I was a sister Stuttering John.
And now Cleveland. And now, our producer of the radio show, the one, the only Monkey Man,
Monkey Man.
Gary Dell'Abate.
Go on, Dolly. Barry.
What doing it? Monkey Man. Gary Dell'Abate.
I may not be able to tell Madonna's sister from a woman walking the streets, but I know my boss is the best radio show in Cleveland.
All right. Shut him up.
And next, director from the planet Mars, the Oscar, the man from Mars, Fred Norris.
What was the
Earth God?
I said the man from Mars.
Yeah, but what else did you say?
I don't remember.
You don't even know what you said. You were too high?
I mean, with a train.
Did you get high? I don't even know. Do you?
No. I mean, not high truck.
You should only hang around. You should hang around with people who get high. They'll all think you just talk normal.
Yeah, you can be high on a Drain, and they can be high on whatever they say.
He was high on a drain? What are you high on?
No, I'm myself with all the people there.
You're high on life.
What was the term you used just now? You said you were high on what?
A
Drain.
Yeah, now, adrenaline is a word you ought to avoid. There are words you should avoid. Adrenaline. I don't even know what Fred said.
If it's true what they say, that the station cut our lines, then Lanigan has cut his own throat. You're number one!
For not realizing Lanigan's on MJI. Right.
Right.
But as it turns
out, that was appropriate
right.
because...
See, Fred
I didn't
knew.
realize. I was confused. Oh. I was high on adrenaline.
I give you good to the NASCAR. The Shockmaster himself. Jackie, the Shockman.
You wouldn't know he's speaking English if you...
What did he say? I give you good to the Mexico. I give you the Mexico.
If he makes no noises, he's cool.
I don't even know what he said.
I said the Joke-Master General.
Oh, the Joke-Master General.
Yeah.
Let me hear that.
It's not like he's going to give you a goat full of mescaline.
The Joke-Master General.
Let's go.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, you must have known about O.J. Simpson.
Cut our lines, then Lanigan has cut his own throat. You're number one!
You're number one!
Thank you.
Hot Connie! I give you good to the NASCAR. The Shockmaster himself! Jackie, the Shockman!
There was no way that was Joke-Master General.
And I don't know what he says.
I want to say General, but who knows what you have to say.
And I don't know what you're saying.
I don't understand myself.
What did the first three words you say?
I said the Joke-Master.
No, before that.
Before the hoo-hoo.
Before the hoo-hoo.
Oh, I'll tell you what he said.
Yeah.
What?
I'll give you a clue to the next there.
Yeah, something like that.
Because the last word didn't come out.
How do you know that?
She understands him a little too well.
Yeah, I think she's sleeping with him.
It's a medicine.
I give you good to the NASCAR.
How do you know what he said? Now that you told me what he said, I don't know what he
He
said.
said, I'll give you a clue to the next
I got to hear that.
I don't know what I said.
More lines, then Lanigan has cut his own...
I give you good to the NASCAR.
Whoa.
Jackie the Chocolate!
Holy cow. My poor elephant boy.
What a mess.
What a mess.
Thank you, Cleveland. We are number one. Let me hear you say, aye, aye, aye. One more time, aye, aye, aye.
Oh, my God.
We love you, man. Thank you.
Shut up. Sit down and shut up.
And now, the queen of the Howard Stone show.
Oh, Robin, you hit new decibels.
I heard.
Yeah.
I have to learn to lower my breath.
The dogs were barking.
I was on a dragon.
Gargle the glass dragon. With her two big, beautiful hood on his rapping quiver.
I had no idea how I was introduced.
Your two big, beautiful hoota.
That comes out clearly.
Hold your ears. Robin really hit some high decibels.
I didn't want this taken off. This is a bit of a race.
In your defense, I tell you something, because my father called up that night and said, why are you yelling into the microphone? I go, Dad, you don't understand something. It's not set up professionally. There's no monitors. You can't hear yourself.
That's it.
I thought I had to reach them by voice alone.
Yeah, Robin didn't know there was a mic. Uh-oh.
Hello, Cleveland! You guys are beautiful! And you deserve the best radio show in the country! Yes!
I know a girl picked you up on Shortwave in Orlando.
Without a set.
You was no set.
Love you! Thanks for showing up!
And not...
Only dog. Robin's still talking at the end here. You can't hear it. Only dogs heard the end of the sentence.
Very eloquent speech. I'm sorry to hear it. So you're not the only one who gets an elephant boy.
And then, of course, he introduced me.
The moment you're ready for.
The moment you're waiting for.
The one you give me.
Wait a minute. Listen to him. What is he?
The king of meteors. I think I'm the king of meteors. The king. That sounds very Hitler-esque.
He sounds like he's being murdered.
It sounds like a struggle.
Tequila meteor.
Tequila meteor.
Mockingbird. Before. The one you give me. The king of meteor. And the king of meteor.
What happened, Fred? You got stuck?
I have no idea. I was too crazy.
And now the moment you're ready for. The one you give me. The king of media and the king of media.
The king of media and the king of media.
I never do that.
You never do that.
What the hell went wrong with me?
You sure you don't have some kind of a condition?
And now the moment you're ready for. The one you give me. The king of media and the king of media.
Oh, I understand what he was doing.
We gotta do a skit where like O.J. Simpson's wife is being murdered, and like O.J.'s fighting with her. Right. Let's say allegedly.
Yes.
And then like the screaming, the killing scene, the knife plunging. And the knife is going and going and going, and all of a sudden you hear,
I'm gonna
kill you.
But now I know what he was doing.
Why you go up with waiter? Why you call him? I give you the king of media. The king of media.
You know what he was doing, Howard?
What?
He was saying the king of all media and the king of all media in Cleveland.
Oh.
I think I said the king of media and the king of Cleveland, something like that.
Well, you said media again, Fred. I can only go by what you said.
I have no idea. You know what I say. I was pretty crazy.
No, shut up.
And the king of media of Cleveland,
What's that part?
That's it for us.
Oh, let's hear
I think he said, I give you.
I give you or let's hear it for?
I think it was let's hear it for. I thought you said
Oh, where's Fred? Fred, you there? Oh, I disconnected.
Well,
that's because our phone and our tape machine are on the same. I'm doing a juggling act here like you wouldn't believe. Sorry, Fred. I got a break anyway. We'll never know the secret of what he said.
We got to pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
That's just got to be isolated.
Oh, my God.
The king of media! The king of media!
The king of media. He loves me, doesn't he?
Oh, he's incredible.
And now the moment you're ready for. The one you tell me. The king of media and the king of media of Cleveland.
Oh, what an intro.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said to you, Robin, whatever he just said.
Hey, how about that marble ball?
Wow, they know how to cheer you in Cleveland, boy.
That's great.
We're going back for the big trial. We're going back to Cleveland. We liked it there. Believe it or not.
You got to take Fred. He gets all worked up.
Yeah, at the trial. He'll be thrown out of the court.
Be the court reporter.
Fred, what do you see down front?
The king of media!
It'd be great if he was a witness and that poor person has to try and type up what he's saying.
Mr. Elephant Boy, you say you claim you saw the man cut the wire?
You got to restore the man who could cut the wire! He cut the wire! He cut the wire!
And you say after he cut the wire, you were able to get a clear look at his face?
Well, like I said, but he was with me like
and I need you now to identify, is that man in the courtroom?
This man who cut the wire!
He
cut the wire! What's the man who cut the wire?
I see. We're trying to take down your...
They got to start the king of media!
Would you please read... Thank you. Would you please read that back to me? Thank you. Now let's continue the questioning. All right. Very good.
Oh, boy.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Jackie Jokeman to order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD, $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Thank you, Jackie. Price includes full-color Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. 5464. This Friday, a big show at the Comedy Cabaret in the Dover, Delaware area. Sheridan Inn. For more information and samples of Jackie's CD, call 516-9221. The hell is so funny with you over there? All right. Something wrong with him.
He's pretending he's happy.
Right. There he goes. I watch Entertainment Tonight every night. And the one night I don't watch, the one night I don't watch, because I had to take a shower. With douche das. How come Mark Harris, Martha Ray's husband, always gives me soaps? Like big bottles of liquid soap for the body whenever he comes to visit me.
Jelly.
Like the Germans can make. But meanwhile, it's made by Colgate-Palmolive.
And they just send it to Germany?
Yeah, they put a German label on it. It's the same as garbage you get here.
Oh.
But he gives me a big industrial-sized bottle.
Hardly lift this.
Yeah, it's a big, giant bottle. It looks like a tub of, Joy dishwashing liquid.
You'll have to have the guys carry it down for you.
Yeah. And he gives me, this big tube. And even the soaps, it's like a smelly soap. It smells gay.
Very gay. I mean, not very gay. Very smelly.
No, very gay. Did you smell it?
No. But I know it always has a very strong scent.
Yeah, it's a strong gay scent. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very gay. The gay guys kind of have that.
Mr. Bubble.
It's like a very clean
Everything's
smell.
about smell.
Yeah, well, if you were doing what they were doing, you'd want a nice smell. There's some pretty wild stuff going on in that bedroom. Anyway, on our phone is a guy who was nice enough to tape Entertainment Tonight last night.
I was going to ask you about that because it went by so fast, I didn't know what they were talking about.
Well, they hardly ever do stories on me, but they finally did a story on me a couple of weeks ago, and it was the same night that Nixon died, and it never got on the air.
It was a big piece.
It was huge. It's like the first 7 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
I forget what it was for.
I don't remember either now, but something was going on.
Yeah. Wonder what I had done. Movie deal, maybe? No. Gotta be something, I think, FCC stuff?
Maybe it was the governor. No, it was the governor's
governor
nomination.
Yeah, the Albany thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that.
It was.
Yeah.
Because they had gone up to Albany.
Hi.
Hi, Howard.
What were they yapping about last night?
They claim that you're in negotiations to do some kind of kickboxing video with Patty Davis Reagan.
What?
Yes, the only kick is that it's supposed to be in the nude.
That I'll be nude?
You and Patty Davis Reagan, the way John Tesh.
That was the sticking point or something.
Yeah, that's a big sticking point with me.
Yeah, because they were saying you'd either have to pump up or do something.
Well, what are they talking about? I don't know anything about this. I bet you...
Also, by the way it sounds to me...
Does anybody check their facts anymore? What are they, becoming the Inquirer?
Ever since you patched things up with John Tesh, they seem to mention you more. Cause
That's what I think.
Even last week they mentioned, when you broke the news about Brother Sam, they mentioned a little piece on that.
Yeah, the fact that I'm going to make a movie out of Sam Kinnison's life. By the way, that's a real good book, Bill Kinnison's book, Brother Sam.
Yeah, I saw Jackie reading it on the plane.
Yeah.
I don't have a copy.
Ooh. Well, you got to buy it like I did.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm in the medium. That's very bad.
I'm like suddenly like a busy Hollywood guy. I'm writing my own movie.
Mover and shaker.
Yeah, I'm writing my own movie. In fact, I'm doing that all this weekend.
Is that all it's going to take?
A couple of guys flying in from Hollywood. In fact, the guy I'm writing with is coming in tomorrow to view the show.
Babalu Mandel?
Babalu Mandel.
Babalu.
I got his brother Hubbabaloo. Hullabaloo Mandel. That's the one Billy Crystal keeps writing City Slickers 12 with.
They shouldn't have gone back.
Hullabaloo Mandel. Billy Crystal on a bit of a slide.
I hate to say it, but if it wasn't for Jack Palance, there'd be nothing to watch in that movie at all. And that's a terrible thing to say, yeah.
Even Jack Palance mugged his way through the entire movie.
Yeah, but at least he was doing something.
All right, but you know the Oscar they gave him?
Who would want to, that's what I can't figure out about Hollywood. When I would sit and meet with these guys and try and figure out what studio to do it with and who was going to be the right people, and I used to sit there and go, what are the odds of City Slickers 2 making any money compared to, even if I had put out Fart Man, which everyone seemed to be really scared of me doing, the money they pump into garbage, you tell me right now, Fart Man came out as I would be the summer smash of the summer movies.
You know, it almost seems to me sometimes that they do these things with their arm twisted behind their back. It's like, well, Billy Crystal, he has made us a lot of money.
So we got to go with him.
Piss him off, so we got to do this.
Yeah, and I mean, does someone read the script, or do they just like...
I think they do this without a script in hand.
Get out of here.
Because they even let Billy's now directing another one.
Really?
Yeah.
After Mr. Saturday Night, they shouldn't let that happen.
Mr. Saturday Night was an accident waiting to happen.
That really changed movies.
Most anti-Semitic movie I ever saw. Billy Crystal's a Jew. He puts out a movie that I think if Hitler had put it out, you would have understood why he did it. Every Jew is a big, fat, gross... Obnoxious, sitting there at the table with gravy spilling down his chin. Every Jew was like... I came out of there. I'm half Jewish. I'm anti-Semitic now. I saw Mr. Saturday Night.
You don't like Jews.
It was a Nazi. I joined the Fourth Reich after I saw it.
We must be stopped.
I go, my God, every Jew is like that. I mean, this guy must hate Jews. Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal's a secret skinhead.
He's a skinhead. Heil popcorn. He's an amazing man. I'm watching this movie. First thing, this guy comes out. He wants to be a comic. He's Jewish. He's distasteful. He's gross.
The family is scary.
All chubby, fried chicken eating.
I mean, if that was your mother, wouldn't you run?
Yeah, smoking cigars with big lips and noses.
Moles.
Oh man, it was just like, dude.
Not to mention terrible makeup.
Yeah, I mean, who are you? What are you making a Nazi propaganda film? Are you Leni Riefenstahl? Billy Crystal. His own people reject and hate him. You know who loves him? I think the Muslim Nation, the Farrakhan. They're big Billy Crystal fans.
They go to the movies.
Don't go see Schindler's List. Go see. And that's another one, that Schindler's List. Movie about how good people were during the war saving Jews.
One good man.
One good man.
A good German.
What'd you do if you know, what do you mean? How many people were there like that?
He was fighting quite a tide, let me tell you.
Yeah. I was reading an article in the New York Times. They're talking about how now, like, even the Polacks and the French and everyone else are all coming out with stories about their good people.
Right.
Like, in other words, rewriting history.
We had them, too.
But you got Billy Crystal doing Nazi propaganda films.
There was a reason for the Third Reich.
Yeah. And he understood Hitler's whole plan. After I saw Mr. Saturday Night.
Well, Howard, you were just talking about douche dash. I wouldn't trust any soap made by the Germans.
Hey, listen, all I know is this Mark Harris, who's married to Martha Ray, comes in here. And listen, he says he's bi. I consider him gay. He hands me his soap. Smells like a guy. What's the name of that soap, Jackie?
Irish Frühling. Fred.
Give it to Fred. He knows German.
Irish feeling.
Well, how do you say it in German?
Frühling.
Irische Frühling. Frische Schaumbad.
You know, and you know what?
That's called the glory hole.
Translates to glory hole. That's called that. Remember that soap you used to cut in half and it had green all the way through it?
Right, Irish Spring.
Irish Spring. That's what that is, except it's German, so he gets all excited.
Liquid.
Yeah, it's liquid. Liquid soap. And you know what? I've tried to wash with liquid soap. People have given me to that. I don't even know how you're supposed to scrub your buttocks and you're
what are you talking about? What do you do with the soap bar?
I put it with a Sundoe shot. I have to get in there and scrub.
You take the whole bar?
Yeah.
Well, manly,
label.
Yeah.
What does it look like to you?
Smell it.
Manly, yeah.
Anyway, you got the entertainment tonight piece?
Yeah.
Let me hear that.
Okay. By the way, just before I play that, we'll have you on the phone. Susie Chaffee is definitely dealing with the revisionist history. She did a full-color Playboy layout, posed for.
Really?
Why is she lying?
I don't know. But you could have Gary check it out with the people at Playboy. I'm sure they could get you a copy.
Well, you know, we have that happen all the time. People telling us they never did anything or this is the first time they've done something.
Well, she's gotten so metaphysical now she might not want to admit to that.
She had a nice body, I'll tell you that.
And she had a nice body back then. That was almost 20 years ago. Okay.
Maybe she can't remember that far back.
She's definitely out there, man, with all that Egyptian love. Like, did you hear her when she said...
Too much shivers with Ted.
Too much shivers. She doesn't drink. She said to me, hey, Howard, you know, when soldiers are with other soldiers, and they're fighting, but they're also making love to each other. I was like, really?
Maybe Mark told her that.
If she was an ugly girl telling me that, I would have smacked her and thrown her right out of the room. But she was so pretty that I just kind of like stood there and I go, really? Yeah. Okay, I accept that. Hey, can you contact Ramtha for me?
Do you know what the Trend Institute says? What is the Trend Institute?
I think Fred belongs to that.
You're even too French for me.
There's too French for you? All right, go ahead. Let me hear entertainment tonight.
Okay, what you're going to hear is the last couple of seconds coming out of a story where Al Michaels and some other guy are pushing some interactive football video.
Yeah, I saw that. I got real bored, so I walked away from the TV.
Okay, right after that, John Tesh goes right into you. They chroma key in a picture of you right over his right shoulder, and I'll play it for you. Hold on.
Football arrives in stores in September. Shock jock Howard Stern will have to pump up or get punched out in his next sporting venture. He's reportedly in talks with former first daughter turned Playboy model Patty Davis to do a kickboxing video. The twist is Howard and Patty would do battle in the nude.
Nude.
Get out of here. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
When we were on the air, I said to her, why don't you do a kickboxing video naked or something?
Right, well, you were talking about doing, because I had faxed you something, asking if she would do the next Playboy celebrity video.
Yeah, I don't even know what they're talking about. Nude kickboxing.
Where did a story like that come from?
And of all the, they haven't reported on me in years. That's the story they want to do?
Just to get a mention of you.
If you do it, you can always get Billy to be your stunt schlong.
Yeah, like every time they go to...
then they go right into the birthdays.
Robin has a theory that Billy's penis isn't really that big.
Well, we've been duped before.
Because I saw it through his pants, and then it's the same thing with our old program director, Mark Chernoff. It looked like had a real big one, and then when I saw it for real, it was tiny.
It was just...
Yeah, I got to learn that trick. I got the wrong pants. I look small in my pants and small everywhere else.
Tight pants, big underwear.
Yeah.
You know what, we were talking last week, John Tesh and Connie Selica had their little girl born a few weeks premature. And you wanted to know her name.
Mrs. Potato Head.
Prima
What?
Celicia Tash.
Yeah, they're all carried away. Prima Celicia Tash?
Celicia.
Yeah, they're all carried away with themselves.
So I'm sure that's some variation of her name, Selica.
Yeah, Prima
Because the baby
Celicia.
was named after Connie's father, who was Primo.
Primo,
whatever it is. Maybe it's Prima.
Prima.
Primo Celicia.
Primo. That's what you named pot.
So they named her Prima.
Primo weed. Better than exotic weed Tesh.
Primo. She'll be normal. What?
Her brother Thigh Stick.
Yeah. No, it's just weird when people get into this show business thing. And John Tesh is not really a big player in show business, and neither is Connie Selica anymore. And it's just like they get into this union they've made. And in order to, I don't know, it's sort of like you got to give your kid like a weird name like Demi Moore with Rummer.
And Scout.
Yeah, you got to like do that so that it's like this is the most special baby ever born on the planet.
Yes. Nobody else will have this name.
Meanwhile, these
I have the
kids
good
still got to go through grammar school.
Yeah. I mean, but I have the good common sense to know that, yeah, in my life, my kids are the greatest kids in the world, but I don't go around acting like a dickhead with them.
Billboarding.
Yeah, I mean, billboard. It's just like they build like a whole thing out of it. Primo. You know, and then you got to explain the name. It's Connie's father, and blah, 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 blah. Just shut up. Use names like I use, like Deborah and Emily. Ashley. A name you can hear, understand.
Yeah. Why don't you name your kid Cody or Cassidy or something?
Yeah, that's the big. That's the Western thing is really big now.
Yeah.
Jesse,
Shane,
Cody,
Yeehaw.
Cassidy,
right.
Wild Bill, Pecos, Wyatt,
Yosemite.
No, but it's like a lot of the celebrities are into the Western thing.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Well, they didn't go with the trend.
No.
But they did pick out something wacky.
Prima.
There's just enough syllables in there that he can make a good song. Well, not a good song. He's never in a good song.
Wait till he starts writing songs about his new daughter.
Yeah.
Prima Chiara Sialeaka Ya Moi with joy.
Looks like Connie had to have a cesarean.
Oofa. Oofa.
There goes the perfect body.
Yeah, just on to wife number 12.
Oh.
Connie Selica, boy, I'd love to give her a baby. I was talking to Amy Lynn, the Penthouse Pet. She goes, all I want to do, she knows just how to get a guy. She goes, all I want to do is stay at home with my man and make babies. I'm like, yeah.
You like to make the babies. You don't want to stay around for the baby.
No, I'd split.
Nighttime when it's time to go strip.
Yeah, that's okay.
If you need someone to work the swing shift, I'm available.
There you go. All right, I got to go.
Take care, Howard.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for the tape.
Bye.
See all these faxes I got about Mark Harris, Martha Ray's husband?
What do they say?
Howard, Mark Harris is a faggot.
No.
Give that worthless queer the hook. I hope the Puerto Ricans use him as a piñata. If I knew that Cleveland engineer's phone number, I'd let him go to the radio station and cut that homo's mic cable. He sucks.
Why are they so vicious?
Howard, Jesus Christ, get that Maki homo out of there. His singing is the equivalent of clipping the satellite uplink in Cleveland. Howard, Mark Harris is like a vacuum. He sucks and blows. Howard, if you put that effing fag vulture Mark, I'm gay Harris on this show, I'll cut your friggin' wires. Throw that piece of S out a window. I hate him. He's slowly killing Martha Ray by cutting off parts of her body. Boxing Martha. Title of Mark's new book. Well, she's only down to her upper torso, right? She's lost the whole lower part of her body.
Well, I don't know how much of her legs have been removed. It could be just below the knee.
Oh, that's still sexy. The thigh is the sexiest part.
You need a good thigh.
Yeah.
Very ill.
Why doesn't he just slash her neck? Hey, Mark, go on to the corner and suck. There's a D word. Maybe you'll make a couple of bucks. But you would pay them and let you do it. Signed, Willie, king of all Mark Harris haters. No, that's just some of the faxes that Mark generated.
Man.
Did she just slash her throat?
They do get right to the point.
They do. There's
And
like
Susie Chaffee sitting there talking about love.
the audience is filled with love every time I bring him on. Let me take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Any more rice cakes from him?
We can split one.
The smell of food is wafting through the air here. Gary Shanley's girlfriend just sent me another picture. I guess she sends them just to get me talking about her.
Why does she send you pictures of herself?
Like, they're real sexy pictures, and like she's got this look on her face like she just, committed sodomy with 30 guys, and her hair's all tousled.
You think that was just after a session with Jerry?
Gary.
Or Gary, whatever.
Gary Shanley. Yeah. Look at her. And they could tell, like, her bosom is completely almost, like, just everything but the nipple is revealed.
Let me see this
Look.
picture.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you see? Everything, the cleavage.
Very artsy.
Yeah. Like, she should be with Gary Shanley. There's no way a girl who looks like this would be with Gary Shanley unless she was famous.
School,
yeah.
if she had been going to school with Gary Shandling, she would not have been dating him.
Yeah, put them in high school. Gary Shanley's a guy in high school, and she's a girl in high school. See
She's
how...
walking by him to get to somebody else.
Yeah, to the captain of the football team. Such a goof. Why don't you wake up and smell the roses, Gary?
I don't know what to say about you. You say you wouldn't care.
I wouldn't.
So neither does Gary.
To Howard, look forward to seeing you again. Until then, I'll keep listening. Love, Linda Doucette.
Always with a photograph, huh?
Yeah, little tease. She probably needs a good workout.
Booty.
She got some booty juice.
Booty juice.
The booty juice is probably all dried up from Gary Shanley. Damn booty juice.
The booty juice is gone.
She's hot. That lucky fat-lipped bastard. She needs a new hose.
Now you're angry at him.
Now I hate Gary Shanley.
So he got the booty juice.
And why he's so arrogant that he only does that HBO show. Now you don't see him doing anything else. He isn't doing a movie. He isn't doing stand-up. You don't see him doing that anymore.
No, he didn't want to do stand-up anymore.
Yeah, it's too much. He doesn't want to do a talk show,
Too much work.
Yeah. So how does he make money? I mean, like HBO. I know what HBO pays. It's zip.
Had he made enough money?
Yeah, probably. He just hangs out with booty juice over there. You notice he hasn't married her yet.
Probably won't.
She's one of those babes, that could age on you all of a sudden, and you have to divorce her.
On that day?
Guarantee you Gary Shanley dumps her within a year.
Within a year?
Yep.
Why do you say within a year?
I just know. He's been with her long enough. I'm telling you, I know these guys. She needs a good man like me.
Somebody who'll stay.
Man who could stimulate the booty juices. Get that going. Tom's in the dictionary looking up booty juice. Only, FCC's never cited us for booty juice before, so I guess it's okay. I don't know. I don't blame the guy, though. I wouldn't leave her alone in my apartment and go on the road. I'd stay home, too. I'd lose all my motivation.
If you could stay home now, you'd do it.
You're damn right. I have no reason to stay home now. My wife will only yell at me. That's what keeps me going.
You can't stay home.
If I had Amy Lynn sitting waiting at home, I'd have to quit my job. Be afraid to leave the house.
You're so funny. I was sitting there telling you that Amy Lynn would leave you at a second if Mr. Gotrock showed up.
Yep.
And you said, but I got a movie deal, and I got this, and I got that. And I said, yeah, but what about the guy who can give her a home, 5 homes, 1 in Paris, 1 in London? And she goes, oh, I'd love that if someone would come and do that for me. She was already in love with my idea.
She was already in love with the guy that you were describing. Oh, she's lucky she's not dating O.J. I'm sure O.J.'s innocent.
Had nothing to do with it.
O.J. actually sits on the board of this the company that owns this radio station. But they're going to replace him with Colin Ferguson, I heard. The guy who shot up all the white people on the Long Island Railroad.
Why does O.J. have to be replaced with Colin?
Well, we have to find a black guy.
Oh.
That's what that's all about.
Another prominent black guy.
No, O.J. has a lot of broadcast experience. We need him. We need his advice on the board.
He's watched television and listened to radio.
Oh, that's true. I have more place on the board than O.J. That's the insulting thing about this. I'm discriminated against because I'm white.
Oh, here we go.
I am.
You didn't ask to be on the board.
How do you know I didn't? Be an honor to sit on the board of Infinity Broadcasting. An honor.
What is that board?
It's exactly what it is. They're all bored because they never have any meetings.
Never understood that board thing anyway.
Yeah. A lot of guys are more qualified to be on the board than O.J. Like Bucky Locknow.
Bucky being overlooked?
Yep.
Don't start.
Take it easy, Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Is Freddie Norris in here?
Yeah.
Don't effing ask. You don't want to know.
In fact, it was O.J. Simpson who decided to put the grease man on this station. It was his recommendation.
He's an innovator.
I've been really trying to figure out, was O.J. responsible? Now, you said something interesting to me during the commercials. You said that O.J. was only in Chicago.
Well, he'd only been in a Chicago hotel for 2 hours when he heard the news and flew back to Los Angeles. They assume at this point in time that the murder occurred around 11 p.m.
I see.
The flight possibly taken by O.J., this is all speculation. The flight closest to that time was 11:45. So?
You're saying he ran to the airport? Like in the commercial?
Run to the airport after
He's very
committing
fast.
the crime. Now,
holding that bag.
You got to consider, if they say the crime occurred around 11 o'clock,
yes,
that doesn't have to mean right at 11 o'clock.
Could happen at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, 10:30. That gives him time to make it to the airport for an 11:45 flight.
You can't tell exactly when the rigor mortis set in. So are you calling him a hurtling murderer? Like he hurtled to the airport?
You have to remember that athletic ability in this equation.
I just can't picture O.J., a man who came to prominence carrying a ball, would be that stupid to kill his...
Well, the other thing I read is that in 1992, he and his wife divorced, and there was that New Year's Eve incident.
Where he beat her.
Where he was accused of pulling her hair and threatening to kill her.
Really? That looks like a good thing to have on your record. Well, she's a real piece of ass, but I know for a fact that O.J. gets tons of models and stuff. I saw him at the Trump wedding. He was bragging about all the broads he was getting.
Yeah, but you know how they say there's one girl who always gets you, tugs you at the heartstrings?
I know, Amy
This
Lynn.
might have been that girl.
It was Amy Lynn, right? Amy.
Booty juice.
Booty juice.
Booty juice, turn me loose. Booty juice.
Was she the mother of his kids?
Yeah, they had 2 kids. And the 2 kids were asleep in the condo at the time the murder occurred.
Now, why did they handcuff O.J.? What was that? If they were just bringing him in for questioning...
That's a good question, and the lawyer says that the handcuffs were removed as soon as he got there. Howard Weitzman, the attorney, says that O.J. is being treated as a witness. However, I did tell you earlier also that 2 newspapers, both the Times and the Daily News of Los Angeles, are reporting that a bloody glove was found at the home of O.J. Simpson.
Maybe he has hemorrhoids.
A similar kind of glove...
I have a bloody glove at home.
...was also found at the apartment or the condo where the two were murdered.
Did it have any of Prep H on those gloves? Was it a plastic glove?
As I said before, we're waiting for the forensic tests. An autopsy will be performed today.
I think they'll find fecal matter on those gloves. That's my guess. I'm sure O.J. had a hemorrhoid problem. And you don't want to apply that cream without your gloves on.
O.J. was in Chicago for a business meeting that had been planned 5 days before.
See? What business? What business?
I don't know, another board, he said.
Another board? Nah, I think we ought to turn the radio on and listen to it.
Gentlemen, it's been a good year. Don't mind my bloody glove.
Excuse me?
Don't mind my bloody glove.
I got me a good alibi. I met him at the Trump wedding, and he was on the show once.
Did he have his wife with him then? Because they have discussed a reconciliation.
No, not the Trump wedding. He was there, and Tawny Katane was like, he's my best bud. We know each other from high school. And they were like kissing each other on the lips, driving me crazy. And then Tawny was being like coquettish with me, and then all of a sudden my wife came over and stopped everything.
Oh, hello. I have such respect for you. You've been married so long.
Oh. Come on, Tawny. Where's the sex talk that you were just giving me 2 seconds ago? She was like holding my arm, and then my wife walks over. That all stopped.
That arm dropped?
Yeah.
Bye-bye, booty.
But then O.J. came over and goes, I said, O.J., do you know Tawny? I was being polite.
Right, you're going to introduce the...
He goes, do I know her? And then all of a sudden, the two of them are practically making out in front of me.
Who were you imitating just now?
O.J. Simpson. That's how he talks when he's off the air.
Oh, is that right?
He talk like this. Now, I be a radio advisor. Oh, it's really funny. He's almost Amos and Andy-ish. Off the air. Call me by my nickname.
Which is?
Oh, the juice.
It ain't be a good year. What did Prophet Margarine?
No.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson.
I would never have recognized him from that impression.
We got to get him off the board of Infinity, though.
If he's guilty.
Yeah, even if he's innocent, this don't look good. Got to find us another black guy.
They have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old.
That add up to 12.
Very good, O.J. That's why you're on the board.
That's why I'm a businessman. That's why I'm on so many boards. I can add up the ages of your children. How old am they?
There was a neighbor who said he heard a lot of commotion in the apartment, and he even looked at his wife and said, somebody must be dead over there.
In fact, I have a tape of the killing. Ready?
All right.
All right. This is going to be kind of tricky. Let me take a break, Rob, and I'll come back with tape of the killing. All right.
Okay.
Right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Mary Jo and Joey just stopped by for a second. Again, I think they're in Manhattan. They just stopped by to say hello. Gary booked them, but they showed up late. And
Flunky.
Let them just come in and say hi, as long as they're up here. You know who really hit it off? I was surprised. Joey.
I can guess.
Who? Billy's wife.
Mrs. Billy West.
Yeah.
And Joey and Mary Jo.
Yeah, that's true. Billy's wife's like a little social, little butterfly. But Mary Jo and Joey hit it off with the rock group America.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know it? All right, guys.
I didn't know anything about that.
Hey, sit down a couple of I'm in the middle of the news. You guys are a little late, but I wanted to say hello. What?
I'm voting for you for governor. I'm moving into New York State so I can vote for you for governor.
She doesn't live in New York State?
You live on Long Island.
That's what I'm saying. We can't vote.
What do you mean you can't vote? For governor?
For governor of New York State? No, we don't vote.
Why can't you?
Oh, boy.
Mary Jo?
I'm a convicted.
Why can't you vote?
The one good thing about being a convicted felon, I'm not responsible for any of these politicians and what they do anymore.
No, Joey can't vote, right? Yeah. But Mary Jo can vote.
I don't think she
not
wants
for governor.
to.
Why?
It's out of our jurisdiction. Long Island is not.
No, Long Island is New York. New York State is Long Island. You can vote for the governor of New York.
Did the bullet move?
Oh, Joey, how could you say such a thing?
My wife and I love her.
He's allowed to say that.
He can make that joke, huh?
Mary Jo, wait a second.
Say that.
Long Island.
I hear on Tenterhooks.
All right, but Long Island is in New York.
You mean I could have voted for Koch and Dinkins?
No, not
No,
mayor.
not for mayor.
You can't vote for mayor.
You can vote for governor.
See how much of politics, how interested I am.
I want your school grades and your SAT scores.
Actually, she did very well.
She did?
Yes.
Yes, my new friend.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, there's V West.
Jackie.
Up there's Mary Jo and V, Billy's wife. Billy's like at a stage in his marriage where he brings his wife on every one of our road trips, and therefore it's totally it's. Listen, Billy, would it help you if I just ban your wife from coming? I mean, really, it's not that I don't like her or anything. It's just sort of inappropriate.
Was she in the way?
She wasn't in the way. It's just that it's just not appropriate. And plus, like, even when I wanted to bring you up into first class so we could all just kind of hang out and write together, you had your wife there, so I couldn't. It's like I couldn't,
But we weren't even sitting together on the plane.
Yeah, but who knew that?
Oh.
He wasn't going to go back to Coast to find out.
Yeah, I'm not going to go sit there and figure out what you're up to with your wife.
I thought she was a nice girl.
No, she's a nice girl. Don't get me wrong. She's way too good for Billy. It's a total mismatch.
Oh, my God.
No, I mean, don't you think so? Joey, when you look at Billy's wife and you look at Billy.
I have some videotape of Billy in his army uniform.
Yeah, oh, man.
His helmet was sideways.
Yeah, Billy's not,
I loved it. I'm going to blow those frames up.
Billy's wife is like a little firecracker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's cute.
Yeah, she's
She's got a lot of booty juice.
That she does.
I brought her up to first class and had her sit on my lap.
Yeah. So did you see the size of Nicole Bass?
Yeah, you guys were fascinated with it, but I noticed that you got along
very well.
Joey, Mary Jo, and America.
How did that happen?
There was like a big love fest. They were like, they were taking pictures, and they had like 10 or 20 photos taken with each other.
Wow.
And America walked in the room and like immediately like into Joey and Mary Jo.
Yeah, they were
it was just weird to see who hooked up with who.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a weird little vibe in that room. Nobody hooked up with Madonna's sister.
Oh, my God. What a mess.
No.
I want
what a mess.
What a mess.
She was eating strawberries through the middle of her forehead.
I know. Yeah, she was wild.
Joey wants to know about this.
Now, Mary Jo, I want you voting for me for governor of New York now that you realize you
now
can.
I know I can.
Now you got to register and stuff.
Oh, I do? Okay.
That's how it works.
She's having way too good a time.
I make better time getting into Manhattan on the boat than I do in a car.
It's awful, isn't it?
It's all terrible.
It really is bad.
They're actually
So that's how we have to do it now, over water. We can't go over land anymore.
Like
45
in
minutes.
Cleveland, the water tax.
Yeah.
My mother goes, why don't you get a helicopter to take you in?
You're
I said, where am I going to land a helicopter? What is this?
Oh, just right down in front of Madison.
Because I was complaining that on a Saturday I had to get into Manhattan to work. It took me 2 hours. And I just said, how could you not vote for me for governor? Within a day, I'm going to make it a state law, including Long Island now, Mary Jo, a state law that says, listen to this, you can't do construction in the middle of the day, even on a weekend. That's it. Problem solved. How tough is it? And now these guys, how many guys are on a construction crew? 5, 10? 10 people make thousands of people wait.
Well, one guy's working 9 watts.
Yeah, 9 a watch.
Right.
What kind of crap is that?
We're riding in this morning, and we're on a LIE, and there was 3 street cleaners cleaning the Long Island Expressway, and we're trying to get in here.
Yeah, I mean, that's in the middle of rush hour. Please. That's insane. People have to make a living. Look at here's a picture of Mary Jo and Jackie.
What's with the tongue?
Jackie tonguing Mary Jo.
The wait for that. Oh, you clean windows on the 3rd floor.
I know, look at that. Anyway.
It's the tongue that won't eat Norwich.
We were having some fun. Actually, when we got our wires cut at the club the other day in Cleveland, we were talking to Joey about some cool stuff.
Right. May I just say, that was like so thrilling for us because we were the ones up there, and I saw Scott's face. He went white as a ghost. I mean, we're talking, and and Scott kind of jumped up and just said, we're not on the air.
Yeah.
And then chaos.
Well, wherever there's Scott, there's chaos. You can be sure of that. Well, you know what was weird? What we were talking about? We were talking about Amy Fisher's father and you getting into that fight on the street.
Well, he came to me.
He came to you. But he claims you came to him.
Well, yeah, I was working, and he came to my shop.
You were at the shop working on the cars.
Right, and he comes to the shop.
He said he was there to get a haircut.
At a body shop? Joey, what do you cut hair now?
No, not at all. Please.
So what happened? You were in the body shop, and he had gone to get a haircut. Because I know that area of Baldwin.
I don't know what his story is.
There is a barber shop down there.
I don't have any idea where it is or what shop he was talking about.
My parents live right near there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He rolled up on us. He came to us, and he started the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then again, he tried to put a spin on it. that I did it. I mean, I was working.
So what happened? He started yelling at you?
Yeah, he was. I think he
was he abusive?
Yes.
What did he yell at you? Are you guys now going to go court over this?
No, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Oh,
really.
okay.
You know, but immediately I learned through any.
You don't want to end up in jail again over this.
That's why I went right down and I made a complaint.
Okay.
And then, sure enough, a few hours later, he goes down and makes a complaint. So I'm glad I made the complaint first.
Right.
So you learn a lot about the law when you
especially if you're on probation, you want to make sure that you don't get into any kind of trouble.
All bases covered.
Right.
All bases covered.
That's
I don't
right.
want any problems or any trouble.
You do not want to go back to jail.
No, it's not a fun, productive place, believe me.
Joey was
Joey parks illegally. He goes down and reports himself.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm parked illegally.
He's very honest. Yeah, I don't want to, because he really hated jail. You said if you had to go to jail for a couple of years, you would just kill yourself.
Easy.
Yeah, you would just kill yourself. That would be it.
It'd be over.
How would you do it?
I don't know yet.
But you'd have time to think about
Let's just put it this way. I'm not going to do anything where I'm going back to jail.
Right. So the point is, too...
I mean, I don't even buy a firecracker.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to be careful. Once you go to jail for a little bit of time... He was in a cell next to Colin Ferguson, the guy on the Long Island Railroad who killed all the White Devils, and Joel Rifkin.
We have no more. There are no more White Devils.
Joel Rifkin, the white guy who killed all the white girl devils. And they were fighting with each other constantly about who was the better mass murderer.
Yeah.
Well, I had called you a while back and explained to you that that's what they did.
Would they argue all night?
All day.
And then at night they would sleep?
All the time. I mean, there's nothing else
to
do.
Like, how far were their cells apart?
They were up on the same tier. I was in the same block, and they were in the same row of cells, so it just went on and on.
So, like, would you complain and say, hey, look, these two guys are yelling and you can't even concentrate? Because it was actually entertaining.
It was only form of entertainment that anybody had.
Did you want to go and testify at Rifkin's trial? Here he is claiming, I'm so sick. And meanwhile, he's arguing about who's the better serial killer.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
They brought this expert from L.A. or something, psychiatrist, and they paid him like $50,000 to decide whether Rifkin is sane or not.
Yeah.
Give me the money. I could have told you. 25.
So when he was in there, like, because Rifkin's kind of a mousy guy. He's not like a real...
Right. He seemed to be, I don't want to say okay, I wouldn't have him over for a barbecue or anything.
Yeah, right, because he might barbecue you.
Or somebody else in it.
Right.
But he was all right. He got jammed up, and as a matter of fact, after I spoke to you, when I saw him, after I
called on the air,
what did he say? Joey, lighten up on what you're talking about, because I'm still trying to get a better deal.
Yeah, better deal.
I'm going to see grass again.
Yeah.
What better deal?
A better deal.
For 37.
Yeah, what deal is that?
Child defense.
Yeah.
So
they would yell at each other, and it would be cool because they would like Colin Ferguson's claim to being the greatest mass murderer was what? That he wiped out a lot of people all at once?
Well, his new defense is Black Rage, as you know.
Right. But he was proud because he killed everyone all at once.
With a gun, he did it all at once. He was bragging about how he executed people, which is horrible.
Executed.
Yeah. Executed.
And then that was
crimes against mankind.
I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to be called into either court case.
Yeah, right. Imagine you'll be a witness.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, that's what you need. That's what you need. But you had fun in Cleveland, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the crowd gave you a warm reception, and Mary Jo, they were all cheering. It was a good feeling, right?
It really was very good.
Mary Jo was overcome by the whole thing.
So this is kind of funny. I got the tape of that somewhere. I should play that. Where after the whole thing is over in Cleveland, you came in and you started making a beautiful speech and everything. You started crying and everything. It was unbelievable. Mary Jo went bonkers in the office.
She was just taking it. It's a shame that we got cut off when we were up there. What we were talking about,
Oh, when we got cut off.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Geraldo.
Oh, yeah, Geraldo in the boxing match.
I accepted his challenge, and
he said
how he's chickening out.
He's had that microphone in your face for a year and a half.
Right.
He came down to the shop once.
The auto body shop.
The auto body shop.
With like 6
Come on
rooms.
out, Joey. Come on out. Talk to me.
It's like stop.
Yeah, right. Yeah, great.
Yeah, really.
I'm going to talk to you. You'll get more trouble.
Yeah, it's almost like he thinks that the microphone is a magnet. He can just draw you out with it.
Hey, is there any word from Geraldo whether or not he'll box you on pay-per-view?
We're still waiting to hear his answer. We don't know if he chickened out or got scared.
Well,
I don't know if his wife wears the pants. I don't know if he even
I think his wife wears the pants. I don't think he's a real man.
He wears one of those aprons, Kiss the Puerto Rican Cook.
Yes. Is that what he does?
Yeah, and he definitely wears the skirt in that house.
Oh. Yes. So you're saying he's not man enough to come fight you?
He's not man enough. He made the challenge.
In other words, he's good at sticking a microphone in your face.
And then running away and hiding.
But now that you want to professionally box him on pay-per-view, he won't do it.
He wants to professionally box me. Remember, he has the boxing clinic.
Right.
Or is it a dance studio? What is he doing?
It's more like a dance studio, actually.
Ballerina outfits on and running
Right.
Oh, boy.
Do I hear the pussy word being used? Is he a pussy?
Geraldo Rivera is definitely a giant-sized pussy faggot.
There you go. There you go.
And that's,
now you're
that's
saying that not that he's a homosexual, but you're saying that he's a pussy.
He's definitely a pussy.
Right.
He talks big. He's got nothing behind it. You know?
Right. He doesn't know how to.
He's a professional fighter. I'm not. He challenged me. Let's go.
Right.
Let's do it.
And he knew when Joey was all jammed up in legal stuff that he couldn't respond or say anything. And as soon as Joe got out, what was the first question they asked him at the press conference? Are you going to fight Geraldo? And he said, yeah, I accept the challenge. Well, then he got on Jay Leno. Jay, listen, did he get on your show and decide that, well, it's not a good idea to fight this man because he might make some money because he's a convicted felon and felons shouldn't make money, and he's doing this whole spiel.
He got out of it conveniently. What's the difference? What does he care how you make your money? Let him go donate it to charity.
Exactly. Put it all in trust for my kids. I don't need it.
Right.
Put it all in trust for my kids' education.
That auto body work seems to pay off pretty good.
It does very well.
Yeah.
My father built the business, and it's a very strong business.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Although that area you're in, Baldwin, it's a very changing area. Yes, it is, yes. It's going like Roosevelt, Robin. There's a lot of blacks there now.
That's right. Roosevelt is all boarded up houses now.
Yeah, I call Baldwin, Africa.
Actually, it's still a pretty nice town.
Is it?
Yeah, it really
Well,
is.
yes, there's very nice people living there.
A lot of money over there.
Yes, yes.
Business is good, thank God.
All right. Well, I don't know if you'll ever get to fight Geraldo.
Well,
I don't know.
It's up to him. It's in his car. I'm ready.
Geraldo's a slippery character. He's as slippery as O.J. Simpson's sidewalk right now. All right?
That's not nice.
What to say about Geraldo?
No, the sidewalk.
Oh, the sidewalk. I can't insult the sidewalk? What's the matter with you,
Just the implications that it's slippery over there.
All right, well, it is, isn't it? I found a couple of bodies over
But
there.
walk around.
I see. Very good.
What is Nicole's chest doing over there?
Nicole is very muscular. There's no question about
Nicest
it.
girl in the world.
Mary Jo is
You
so...
really believe she's a girl?
Yeah.
Mary Jo is so freaked out about Nicole Bass, the bodybuilder. Wow. She is you're just completely freaked out by her, right? It took me months before I got over it.
Jackie noticed my face when she first walked in the room.
Big whoop, she did a backflip. She did a mental backflip.
Yeah, you didn't know what was going on.
I opened my eye, but I didn't realize I was doing it, but he was looking at me, and I kind of did it.
Pretty wild stuff.
As a matter of fact, she may be even training me.
Who, Nicole?
Yes, Nicole and her husband Bob at Bob's Gym. No, that's just a joke, but she's fabulous. She's a really nice girl.
Well, Joey and Mary Jo, I want to thank you for stopping by.
Cool.
And we always like seeing you. And thanks for coming to Cleveland with us.
Okay.
And we'll...
I want to leave a couple of these with you, if I may.
Yeah, good. Give them to Gary so I don't lose them.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Mary Jo and Joey. And now, Robin, we'll continue with the news. Now, I promised you tape.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this O.J. Simpson thing? Innocent or guilty? Your guess.
I have no comment on that at all.
You don't want to be called as a witness?
No, he's a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds like Joey might know something. No comment.
No comment. What did you hear?
Anything can happen. All I can give him a little bit of advice is make sure you have your lawyer and don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Don't offer anything.
That's right.
Hey, OJ, if you're out there, don't say nothing.
All right, Gary, cuff Joey Butterfield.
I'm already cuffed.
Yeah, all right. All right, see you guys. All right, take it easy. Mary Jo and Joey going off. They have business in the city today.
Somebody's going to call and ream me out.
By the way, Joey is now on the board of Infinity Broadcasting.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
There, he just appointed him instead of O.J. Simpson. Anyway, O.J. is in a heap of trouble. Now, here is this is all we heard. Now, I don't know whose voice this is. You tell me if this is O.J. You hear a guy talking in the background, Ron.
All right.
All right. Now, that's all I hear of that. Then all of a sudden, if you listen carefully, you hear a woman screaming.
There's
the guy. Hey, there it is.
There's some little mixer, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Boy, that sounded realistic. All I know is O.J.'s ex-wife was a piece of ass. And what a waste.
Former model.
I didn't do nothing. I was in Chicago. I went there right after I didn't do nothing.
What do you think, Rob? You think he's innocent or guilty? Let's take a vote. I'm curious.
I can't see O.J. being a killer.
All right, I would assume you're saying innocent.
Innocent.
Thank you, Bobby.
What do you think?
I think he's innocent.
Thank you, Freddie.
Jackie?
Guilty. No, I really think he's innocent.
I believe
framed.
I think he's guilty.
You think he's being framed?
Well, how do you get a bloody glove in his house?
Yeah, somebody did it.
Oh, somebody put that in there?
Yeah.
And why? What is the motive? Who would kill her? I don't know. Maybe he's innocent.
It could have been a robbery.
I think he's innocent.
He's innocent.
I don't know. I just can't imagine a guy having that much fun in life doing something like that. But then again, he did beat her. Why would he beat her?
But that's a quantum leap, Howard.
No, it's not.
Sometimes when I'm beating my wife, I feel like killing her.
No. And the people around her?
It only costs you like $700 to beat your wife. Can you believe that? They say O.J. Simpson had to pay $700 for beating his wife.
Well, he also did a little community service.
So maybe you figure for like, if you kill her, you'll have to pay like $1,400.
And money well spent.
Yeah, he figures it's just a little more of a fine, I guess.
Give me a bag of shells.
I'm on the board of Infinity Broadcasting. I can cover it.
Nothing to me.
And I never killed Bucky.
What? OJ, you make no sense.
Oh, that's how you wind up being a murderer, Howard. But we don't know anything. We just know that OJ was questioned for 3.5 hours.
I say he's innocent.
He has been released. No charges have been made. An autopsy will be performed today. Forensic tests are awaited.
Based on all of the evidence we have, which is zero, I will say he's innocent.
Thank you. Can I have my knife back?
You know what? I want to change my vote.
Why? What did you read?
I didn't read anything else, but I sat there and I thought, why am I saying he's innocent?
Because he's OJ.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Oh, man.
Well, I'll tell you why. Here's a guy who
Just because I met him.
He gets laid a lot. He enjoys his single status. What's... Maybe, I don't know.
You never know. See,
you never know.
Jackie looks like a happy guy.
And he's sad. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I might kill Robin. That's the mother of his kids and stuff.
Yeah, come on. Oh, come on, like that never happens.
You wouldn't kill the mother of your kids?
Well,
if he can only find it.
I'm laughing on the outside.
He's innocent.
Crying on the inside.
Jackie, quite frankly, you're the worst judge of character when it comes to murder
Yeah,
cases.
if you say he's innocent, I know he's guilty.
You know what? Now, based on Jackie's information, he's guilty.
When's the last time I was wrong?
You're always wrong when it comes to people.
Who got the last two Michigan?
Siobhan. Never mind
Siobhan,
Michigan.
it's 1986. Give me a break.
Man, you never...
You haven't broken that string.
We had this transsexual who was homeless hanging around our show because he was so whacked out.
Good guy.
Jackie goes, oh, he's a good guy. I'm going to invite him and his family to the my 4th of July party at my house. Meanwhile, he's going through Jackie's Rolodex getting my home phone number and address. I had to move.
Jackie had so many hints that Siobhan
was wacky.
Was not playing with a full deck.
Yeah, both oars were in the water.
Yeah, I mean, there was the incident when he stayed over at the house and tried to sneak into Gary's room and take advantage of him in his sleep.
Yeah, what was that all about? When Gary was sleeping and Siobhan tried to jump on top of him? Oh, I'm in the wrong room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa. What's that in your pants?
He found him sneaking around the house.
That's true.
But he still said, hey, he's a great guy, and I invite him.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that room looking for Gary's Rolodex, Robin.
Doesn't matter. The guy was creepy, and you couldn't see it.
Yeah, case at rest.
Kick your boyfriend out of your house on New Year's Eve. We'll judge character together.
Well, what's that got to do with
That's ridiculous, Jack. It doesn't
of
have
course it's ridiculous.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Everything to do with it. People make mistakes.
What is it, Baba Fooey?
Oh, I just heard you talking about me almost getting raped at Jackie's house.
I thought I'd come in and discuss it. Oh, Gary, is that you? I thought this was the bathroom.
Isn't this the bathroom?
Yeah. You're all confused.
The only noise I heard was the back of Fred's car spitting gravel on his way home.
Fred was out of there faster than...
He's no fool.
You know, I guess I should have known something because Fred never goes anywhere and leaves. And that night he left immediately.
I was out of there, man. Like a prom dress.
It was like the movie Psycho. Anyway.
We don't want your opinion on any people.
All right, enough with the O.J. Simpson. Let's go to something else.
Well, you know, you're always talking about how you think your perfect life would be, you know, marrying a stripper.
Right.
Well, there's a supermarket executive who would beg to differ with you.
Yeah, I know. I read
His name was Brooke Lennon.
Brooklyn?
No, Brooke Lennon.
I knew a guy named Har Lemon.
He just had informed the people at work that he was moving to a new home with his bride. This 23-year-old woman named Michelle, who he's been married to for a little while, they had been having a tempestuous relationship. Police believe that he might have hooked up with her, might have been one of her sex clients. Prior to the marriage, she was a stripper and a hooker. This guy she was living with was her pimp, Robert Tomasi. So the night, Thursday night I guess it was, his last night here on Earth, he went over to the house after telling the people at work that he was going to move to this new little bungalow with his bride.
Love bungalow.
It seems to me that they had been having a few problems in the relationship. They weren't really together. They said that it was a common interest in alcohol that kept them going for a while.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Great.
So apparently they had worked out something in his mind, I guess, and he was going with some belongings over to this bungalow. When he got there, the pimp, the wife, and he sat around and had a few cocktails. She also did a few drugs, I suppose, with her boyfriend there.
Yeah.
Then when the husband falls asleep, one of the two of them, or maybe both of them, took a baseball bat, beat him.
Beat the supermarket executive?
Yeah. Strangled him. And then pulled him, dragged him into his car, and dumped his body in the woods. They not only, listen to this, he fell asleep, they took a baseball bat, beat him, punched him, stomped on him, put a plastic bag over his head, tore a telephone cord off the wall, and strangled him.
Hey, OJ, where was you during this?
Yeah, I was in Chicago.
Investigators say they found cocaine, marijuana, and alcohol at the two-bedroom home where the three stayed.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
They also found 20 pornographic videotapes and a stack of nudie stills.
Oh, yeah. Nudie.
They found linen in the woods near his 1993 Lincoln, stuck in the mud, blood in the trunk.
I have blood in the trunk, but...
Earned a six-figure salary and had a condo in Edgewater.
Oh, yeah.
His wife was the sole beneficiary of his $2 million life insurance policy. And they think that might have been the motive.
I would say
Seems to me she was reconciling with him to get him there, get him drunk, and then kill him so he could get the money.
Dumb must it be to think that that's going to work. Like, they're going to know. You know, if I was her, I would like stage a mugging or something like in Ghost. You know what I mean?
I don't think they were well thought out.
No. Hit him in the knee with a pipe. It's about the same thing.
So your contribution to this story is to tell people how to do it the right way?
Yeah, make it look like an accident.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah.
She's innocent.
She's a nice girl.
I'll have her to the party. Come help me pay the
He was 54 years old. She was 23. Yes, it was love. Mike Tyson is going to have to spend a little longer in jail.
Where were you, OJ? I was in Chicago since 1964.
A judge rejected his bid for an early release. He figured since he had completed a high school equivalency course, they might give him a little less time.
Yeah.
I completed my high school. Let me out.
Yeah, the rape doesn't count.
He did try to offer some sort of apology. I just apologize for the whole ordeal, for the pain that came to her and her family, and to me and my family.
I'd be sorry.
But when he was questioned by the local prosecutor, Tyson insisted, I've done no criminal conduct. I'm here because of bad judgment in picking up Desiree.
Ooh, good apology.
I've committed no crime, and I'll stick with that to my grave. I have violated no one's chastity. He said his biggest mistake was not walking Washington downstairs after the encounter. I should have been more gentlemanly towards her. He still sticks by that. If I had just taken her to the car, I wouldn't be in jail.
I should have been a gentleman.
I got my equivalent of high school diploma.
Well, the judge cited that he really didn't pass. He took the course. He didn't pass.
Yeah, right. You got to pass in order to get out of jail.
But she said she also was listening for some remorse.
She didn't hear any.
Admitting that he had behaved inexcusably, even if he didn't admit guilt. But he didn't do that. So he's going to have to continue to serve time.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. Ben Cohen, the executive director of Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream, is leaving the company. Yes. Jerry has been one of the executives, but not really taking part in much of the company's functioning for several years now. Now Ben says that the company has reached a point that it really needs a good executive.
I think they've been doing fine on their own.
Well, they've experienced some very slow growth over the last couple of years, and the stock is falling.
Yeah, no kidding. All I do is hear about Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I never see it anywhere.
Oh, it's in the store.
Yeah? I don't know. I don't see anybody buying it.
Well, a lot of people like that ice cream.
Yeah?
Sure. But unfortunately, they have one product. How much growth can you see?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So since neither one of them has any real business acumen, they are now opening up the doors and saying we need a real executive to help the company grow.
Yeah.
Ben says he'll stay on as chairman, but the actual running of the business will be done by somebody with some business experience. They have given the job over
they should give it
some
to?
kind of headhunter company to find the new executive.
They should hire Tom Chiasano. Get him out of my hair. He's an executive. Oh, he'll run your company. Right into the ground. I wonder what I should do with this ice cream.
But, it was a hippie company that everybody sort of related to because of that.
I would like to run the company into the ground. I don't know what to do. I have to go think about it for a day, and then I'll get back to you.
Isn't there someone I can check with?
Who can I talk to? OJ's in jail.
I need to go check with someone about what to do with Ben & Jerry's. Tom, we have a new flavor.
Golf course conjure.
Tom, we have a new flavor. Should we go ahead and market it? I don't know. I have to check with somebody in upper management. But you are the uppermost management. I know, but I have to find someone to talk to about it.
You're the man, Tom. There's nobody else to talk to.
I need to talk to someone else to make a decision.
The ice cream's melting.
I need to go play golf for the day. Tom, give us one beep for yes, two beeps for no. Beep, 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 beep.
Commander Pike.
Yeah. Me.
PJ.
Beep, beep. Tom, our general manager, would be an excellent executive at Ben & Jerry's, I think.
Yeah.
What's the position pay?
Oh, I'm sure they're going to pay them very well. They had some kind of a stipulation that the president of the company couldn't make any more than 7 times what the lowest paid employee makes, but they'll get rid of that stipulation because they don't think they can attract top talent if they stick to that rule.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about it. It was a hippie company.
Are the weekends free for golf?
Texas has carried out another death sentence. Denton Crank was executed by injection.
Oh, yeah!
Early this morning, 3 hours after U.S. Supreme Court refused to intervene. He was convicted of the 1984 killing of a Houston store owner. The victim was kidnapped from his home and forced to open store safes containing $39,000 in cash. He was later found shot to death.
I wish I lived in Texas.
Crank maintained his innocence to the end. Just last week, he charged that his conviction was based on lies, but when asked if he knew who committed the crime, he said, "I'd rather not say."
Jackie Marlowe.
Now, there's a guy intent on getting out. His life hangs in the balance, but he'd rather not say.
Give him the lethal injection, but give it to him right in his eyeball.
He's the 78th person to be executed in Texas since the state began using the death penalty again in 1982.
Good for them.
That's a third of all U.S. executions, so Texas truly to be applauded.
Well, they sure are. Fantastic. Listen, why should that guy be alive? Why should we be supporting him? Ridiculous.
The hockey season ends tonight regardless, Howard.
Yeah.
The final will be played in Madison Square Garden. It's for all the marbles. The New York Rangers versus the Vancouver Canucks.
But they were playing for a Stanley Cup, not marbles.
No, it's the 7th game of the Stanley Cup Series.
Why did you say that?
It's been 54 years since the Rangers have won a title. They were up by 3 games, weren't they?
Yeah, this could be the big
choke. And now they've lost the last 3.
This could be the big choke. This will kill Rangers fans. They're so. I didn't know that Rangers fans were so fanatical until I saw this happening, and they're like almost out of their minds. They're praying to statues of the Stanley Cup.
Did you see the back of the Daily News?
I know Tom is real. Tom, you're really into it, even though you're going to go be the executive of Ben and Jerry's. Any chance of you getting that job? Beep. Beep, beep, beep. What do you want to say about the Rangers? Beep, beep. Is that it?
Beep, beep.
No, you obviously came with a reason.
No, they were not up 3. They were up 3-1.
Yeah.
And they lost the last 2 to make it 3-3.
Oh, okay.
Right.
They lost the first one. Won the
what is your prediction for tonight?
They're going to win.
They're going to win? I believe you're right. I think the Rangers will pull it out.
What's the back of the Daily News?
What are they doing?
They have a picture of the Stanley Cup, and then at the bottom it says, please.
Yeah. If the Rangers lose tonight, will you kill yourself?
No.
No.
Nor my wife.
Don't be like OJ. What do you think? You think OJ's innocent?
Yes.
How do you know? Beep, beep, beep. Beep once for yes, beep twice for no. Wow.
Don't you want to sleep on it, Tom?
Beep, beep.
Yeah, why are you rushing to answer? What is it, Papa Phony?
I feel bad for Tom, but I really don't think the Rangers are going to win tonight. I mean, it would be nice if they did for Ranger fans, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I think Tom can handle it. He's a big boy.
I think Tom is going to be so upset tomorrow if they lose.
I don't think so.
No, thank you.
I think that much he can handle.
He's a pretty even-keeled character. He's not going to come in a bad mood just because the Rangers lose.
Beep.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Give the guy some credit.
He'll be a little unhappy.
Yeah. Are you saying Tom is so childish and childlike that a Rangers game can throw him over the deep end?
No. He's not going to kill anybody.
All right.
Beep, beep.
No, but it should be an interesting game. I predict the Rangers will win, and I'll tell you why. I think they're a team, psychologically, that chokes a lot. But I think under pressure, when they come down to a 7th game, that's when they get. In other words, if they're ready to win, but it's got to be the last game.
Who's that guy?
They bring it right down to
won
the
that
end.
other game.
Mark Messier.
At the crucial time.
They're going to win at the crucial time.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that the Rangers will pull it.
I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
I hope you're right. I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
Do you want to go ask someone above you in management
No.
how he feels about it, and then you can... All right. You sure you're prepared to make your own decision on the Ranger game?
Beep, beep.
All right, very good. Take a day to think about it. All right.
Beep.
All right, there goes Tom Chiasano, probably the next head of Ben & Jerry's.
Well, don't go away. This is another sports question.
Oh, here you go.
Guy
Who's this guy?
that everybody was carrying on about yesterday who decided, surprisingly, Ryne Sandberg,
He retired.
Who is he?
He played
second baseman for the Chicago Cubs.
great player. Has had an incredible but short career. I think he's like a 290 lifetime hitter. And he walked away from. I think he was going to get $5.9 million this year because he's batting .230. And he feels that that's not up to par. He's a better player than that.
Walked away from $16 million.
What a douche. I mean, seriously, what's his problem?
$16 million.
He says that that's not the guy that's playing this year is not him. That's
Who is it?
subpar performance, and he's ashamed of it.
Really?
Yes. He doesn't want. He says that that's not. He can do better.
Well,
than
how much money does he have? Is he a very wealthy man?
He's been one of the highest paid players in baseball for the past 5 years, and signed one of the biggest contracts about 3 or 4 years.
So he's got enough money.
Oh yeah, huge.
But he's still walking away from $16 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
They'd happily pay him that for the next 3 years.
What's he play?
Second base.
Let's face it, a girl could play second base. Let's be honest. It's not that great. Okay, you can hit, but second base.
All right, where do you send the worst players? Second base or right field?
That's right.
This guy was a great player.
Yeah.
He really was a great player, but...
Yeah, he says he doesn't have what it takes to come back either. I guess he knows.
He's young, only 34 years old, too.
Well, why wouldn't you just take the money and play to the best of your ability?
Howard, there are guys...
You mean there are guys that have pride?
There are guys that stink, right?
And there's who stay. And take
not only do they stay, and then after you get thrown out of the National League, if you can still hit a couple of balls let's say with the American League, and you can be a designated hitter, you can prolong your career into your early 40s if someone will have you.
Who's advising him, O.J. Simpson? I went in Chicago since 1933.
I was making a Hertz commercial.
I was born in Chicago. I never left.
Where were you for the last 2 years?
I was making a Hertz commercial.
All right, very good.
He was a great player for a lot of years. And,
All right,
Tom.
Tom.
Give the guy credit.
Give the guy credit?
Yeah.
I would have given him credit.
He's a moron.
He's a moron.
A boatload of money.
Is Tom going to step down when he can't do his job?
Yeah, when we decide that you can't do your job anymore, Tom, will you be embarrassed and step down?
Beep.
Beep. How come you don't step down? I don't understand. It's been determined that it's enough already.
It's not you who's heading the company right now.
I don't feel I'm talking to the real Tom Chiasano. I think he left the planet a couple of years ago.
It's not you.
All right, Tom, go ahead back to your room. Very good. Something bad could happen. Go ahead. Something bad will come out of my mouth. Go ahead. All right, thank you.
Jennifer Capriati will enter a year-long drug counseling program in
Can you
order
believe this?
to wipe out her marijuana possession charge.
What they are doing to this poor girl, this Jennifer Capriati, like 99% of teenagers, smoked some pot. Now they got her as a hardened drug addict.
Yeah.
This kid can't even be a kid. This country's screwy. She's got this father who is so intense with her with this stupid tennis.
He's now admitting that he might have put a little too much pressure on her.
Yeah, great. And then she goes out and smokes a doobie, a joint.
Yeah.
And now they got her in the paper as a drug addict. What kid hasn't smoked a little reefer? Pot.
Yeah.
Hash brownie.
Ganja.
Yeah.
Difference is they didn't get caught.
Yeah, oh, please. And if they did get caught, there wouldn't be this hoopla.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, part of the beauty of doing it, Howard, is that it's illegal. You don't want it legal.
I know, but, well, you do want it legal. But the point is...
Not the kids.
This kid, David Lee Roth got caught. He paid a $10 fine. I mean, come on.
But he had some probation time to do.
Yeah. You don't paint... This kid is painted as a drug. She's going to go to drug rehab for a year. Who of us...
No, it's not rehab. It's counseling.
Counseling. Who of us here who hasn't smoked one joint? Are you going to be in drug rehab? Imagine you had to go to drug rehab for a year. Counseling, excuse me. Should take her father, roll him into a joint, and light it on fire. Drug counseling. Why don't the parents go into tennis counseling for parents who drive their kids too hard? Fred, did you ever smoke a joint?
Yes.
Do you have a problem?
I can't smoke it, but I have no problem with people who do smoke it.
Right. But do you have a drug problem?
No.
No.
How do you know it was just one time with her?
So, but the point is, they caught her with a joint. They didn't catch her with cocaine.
The point of this program is so she can get that black mark erased from her record.
It's going to go for a year, so now she didn't do it.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
Wacky tobacco. What's wrong with it?
If she completes the program, the charge could be removed after a year.
Wacky weed. Yeah. Jackie tobacco. Giggle smoke.
Giggle smoke.
She's already spent 23 days in a residential substance abuse program.
Chuckle weed.
Erase a black mark. You want to erase a black mark? Erase the thing from Aaron Neville's face.
There's a black mark to remove. Huh?
That's right. That's right.
Again, this Woodstock 94 thing keeps popping up in the news.
Yeah, I got to get there. Got to go see Bob Dylan.
It's a 2-day festival.
Bob Dylan.
In August 13th and 14th, $135 for the 2 days.
Yeah, it's worth it, though. Bob Dylan will be there.
The original ticket price was $18 for 3 days.
Yeah, where's the hippies in this?
Yeah. Metallica will be there. Joe Cocker will be there.
Metallica's good.
Johnny Cash will be there.
So far, Metallica is the only good one.
Crosby, Stills and Nash, Santana.
Well, they're good, but, you know, you could go see them for $10.
9 Inch Nails, Arrested Development, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Porno
9 Inch Nails is good. Porno for Pyros is good.
You don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
They're all right.
Spin Doctors.
Yeah, they're all right. They got
Aerosmith.
that song. Aerosmith is good.
Peter Gabriel.
He's no good. He sucks.
Melissa Etheridge.
She sucks.
Oh, stop it. She does not.
She does, too.
The Neville brothers will be there. Maybe you want to go. Guy's going to do Ave Maria.
Yeah, I don't have to drive 2 hours to hear Ave Maria. I'll go get the record.
The Allman Brothers and Jimmy Cliff.
Suck. And who?
Jimmy Cliff.
Jimmy Cliff?
Cliff.
Oh, Cliff. He's good. No, he's no good.
You don't like him?
I mean, one time I got into that reggae for a second. No Rosalind Kind?
No. They compare the $135 to the kinds of ticket prices you're seeing today. For Barbra Streisand to get the best tickets at the Madison Square Garden concert, $350. The Eagles are getting more than $100 in some cities for their tickets.
Kidding.
The ticket prices for concerts are ridiculous.
2 weeks ago, you could have gone over to Joe Walsh's house. He would have played all those songs for
He
you
would
for
have played
free.
for you in person for free. Well, what the heck. And Bob Dylan's going to be there. That's the big news. Paula Jones is going to talk to Sam Donaldson on Primetime Live on ABC on Thursday. They're conducting the interview tonight in an undisclosed location.
Imagine $100 for the Eagles. They should wear masks when they take your $100. The bandits.
Put a gun to my head.
Yeah. It's a hold-off.
She won't be paid for the interview, according to ABC News.
One of these nights.
Hang him up.
One of the tabloid TV shows had claimed her price for an interview was too high. And I see that Vicky has lost her show. We were talking to her not too long ago, and she said she was having some problems with her company, Group W, that produces her TV show. Well, now Di has been cast. They have gotten rid of Vicky, and they're replacing her with Mary Lou Henner, who used to be Burt Reynolds' wife on his show Evening Shade. She's going to be a talk show hostess now.
Oh, like she's qualified. Like anyone's qualified.
What are qualifications are necessary?
She's got 2 big lumps on her chest. That's enough qualification for me.
On the next Mary Lou.
On the next Mary Lou, women who had sex with their dog.
Oh, yeah.
On the next Mary Lou.
Oh, yeah.
Mary Lou.
I don't know the situation surrounding this story, but 3-year-old Nick Skubish.
Nick Skubish?
Yeah.
That was my air name back in 1964.
Nick Skubish is in fair condition at a Sacramento hospital after being trapped for 5 days next to the body of his mother in a car that plunged down a 40-foot embankment. Jackie.
Come on, Jackie.
3 years old.
Kid was 3.
They say he's at the University Medical Center. He's real weak, but he is eating. He's a super tough kid, according to his grandfather.
Anything.
But Jackie can find comedy in anything. Billy's right.
That was terrible. There's been another flesh-eating bacteria death. This time in Michigan. The victim died on Friday.
That's the second one in Michigan.
There have been cases reported in 5 other states, and the infection is blamed for 11 deaths in England.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that.
I was telling you the other day that you think it's, people who've had major operations and have been in the hospital for a long time, really, really sick, but one of those people who died here was riding his bike and scraped himself up in a bike accident. Very dangerous, very scary. Herbert Anderson, the TV actor who played Dennis the Menace's father, is dead.
From that skin disease, right?
No. He'd been ill for 7 months, had a stroke 2 months ago.
Right. That's pretty funny. He was pretty good, that guy. He was a really great actor. Dennis the Menace. So? Oh, yeah, he was really good. He studied under...
Strasberg.
Yeah, Lee Strasberg.
Honey, bring my pipe.
Honey, did you say Dennis? Okay, where's my check?
My pipe and my slippers, please.
Hey, even dead, that guy's doing better than Jay North, the guy who played Dennis the Menace. Right?
He's a happier man.
Yeah. You ever see him on TV? Hey, I shouldn't have been on that show. I was pushed into it.
We talked yesterday at length about the death of the...
Can't even watch the show.
Rabbi Menachem Schneerson.
And by the way, I want to offer myself to the Lubavitcher sect as the head rabbi.
They are already experiencing a rift, Howard. There's a certain faction among the Lubavitcher that think the Rebbe was a mortal, just a man. Good leader, but just a man. And there's another group that think he was the Messiah and are waiting for him to return.
I want to lead the group that thinks he's a Messiah.
If that's the group you want.
Yeah, I'm going to take over, and I'm going to be an innovator. I'm going to take the Hasidim into the future. I'm going to make them wear 3 friggin' ponytails. Those pigtails, you know. 3 of them.
Even their beards will have to be in ponytails.
Yeah, their beards will be braided, French braided. I'll lead them.
Rubber bands.
And they seem pretty gullible, the ones that think he's God. That's my type of people. Those are the ones that will work hard for me.
Well, how long do you think they're going to wait?
Yeah, but I'll give advice. I'll be the chief Rebbe of advice.
I'm just wondering, you know, they're saying he's the Messiah and he's going to return. How long are they going to wait? You can wait forever, I suppose.
No, I'm going to dress up as him and come back, and I'll think it's him. Rebbe Schneerson, you look like Howard Stern.
No, it's me.
I decree no more black outfits. Paisley, no more black.
We're going all color.
And instead of black hats, dunce caps. It would make us suffer.
Yes, Rebbe.
Yes, Rebbe.
Dunce caps, it is.
Yeah, I would love to lead a group that would do whatever I would say. And I got a feeling that, you know...
Stand on one leg and buck like chicken?
Yes. All right, now you will each cut off 2 toes to symbolize the Jews running through the desert when Moses was alive.
This is a sacred ceremony.
Now go ahead, cut your toes off. And all you women get naked. Except those with mustaches. All women topless. And put the hot dog in your nose, like I said. To honor God.
Like this?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, Rebbe.
Put gum on your chin.
I don't breathe so good with the hot dog.
Yes.
But it do it for you.
Yeah, but that will bring you closer to God.
Closer to God.
Now do as I say. I am God himself. I am the reincarnation of God. Of Rebbe Schneerson. Where's your 3rd pigtail? I see you have a hot dog, but no 3rd pigtail. Fool. Here's $1. Get out of my face. Paint your hair yellow. And wipe duty on your cheeks.
So I can be closer to God.
Just do it. From now on, when you sit down, you will sit on a pickle.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great to lead like a really gullible group?
What kind of pickle?
Any kind of pickle, doesn't matter.
Half sour?
Half sour pickle. You will drive on the sidewalk, you morons. Why is your car in the street? You have not listened to Rebbe Stern.
Rebbe, I listen to you.
Rebbe Schneerson. Are you sure you're the group that believes Rebbe Schneerson is God and will return from the dead? Or am I leading that other fakakta group that just thinks he's a regular man?
I'm still working on the pickle.
I want you to sleep during the day from now on.
And during the day?
Yes, and crawl on the highway at night.
Yes, Rebbe.
And do as I say. Stand on your head and drink bleach.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great to rule?
A group of people who would do anything you
Yeah,
said?
who would do anything I said. They're convinced I am God. I was so jealous of that idiot out in Texas who burned up.
David Carell?
Oh, my God. He would walk up to people, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to blow your nose on your wife's tongue.
And bark like a dog.
Now I'm going to make love to your wife in my special chambers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Imagine you say that and someone says thank you. I mean, that's what
That is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is great. All right, I'm going to go have sex with your wife right now, every opening.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Rebbe Schneerson.
Do it twice.
And if anybody from the government comes in here, set yourself on fire.
Immediately.
Yes, David.
And when you wipe, use 7-grain bread.
Oh.
All right, what else, Robin? Anything?
Yes, there are a couple of things. Joan Rivers is closing her show on Sunday.
Oh.
She didn't win a Tony, so it's time to say goodbye.
It's a good play. She did a good job in it. It really was good.
I hope I'm going to get to see it.
Well, go. Walk, don't run. I mean, run, don't walk.
I see that Doc Severinsen is very upset with Branford Marsalis.
Yeah, I was going to read that on the air, the whole thing, but we ran out of time.
I don't know about the whole thing. I didn't read the whole thing. All I know is that Branford took some shots at Severinsen, at least Doc feels that way, in the Los Angeles Times. He did, some talking about the old Tonight Show when he was profiled in the paper. He said the Stump the Band segment was corny and implied that Carson never appreciated the skill of Severinsen in the band.
This Doc Severinsen really ought to just crawl away. I mean, who cares? What is he? He thinks he's the protector of Johnny Carson. These guys haven't stopped kissing Johnny's ass for a minute. Stump the Comedian was maybe the stupidest, most boring segment of the Tonight Show. It was awful. It was god-awful. Branford's 100% correct.
Severinsen penned a reply to the Times. He wrote that he wanted to correct some inaccuracies in the piece.
What could be inaccurate about that?
He indicated that Marsalis had very little respect for what he did, and it was a put-down to a man with major talent, Johnny Carson.
Oh, shut up with Johnny with that major talent. He had a talk show. Major talent. He was so friggin' talented.
He thinks Johnny might do some specials.
Yeah, stay on Johnny's good side.
Well, Doc, I just wanted to call and tell you thank you for all the nice things you said in the paper. Thank you.
Oh, Johnny, can I kiss your ass some more? Can I come over and kiss your ass? Can I kiss your ass every day?
While I'm blowing a trumpet.
Yeah. Can I kiss your ass and blow my trumpet at the same time?
I miss it.
Of course, no.
Carson had them. Carson was like Rebbe Schneerson.
They think he was the Messiah.
Yeah, they're the Messiah. He's going to rise. Johnny's going to rise from the dead.
You are the Rebbe.
He will come back and reclaim late night.
Rebbe. You are the Rebbe, sir. Ed was a big fatso. Doc dressed like a homo. That was their contribution. That was the big joke. Doc dressed like a homo. Big deal.
Lubavitcher. Ed, you will eat a lot, and Doc, you'll dress like a homo. I am your Rebbe Schneerson.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And you'll get into more ridiculous marriages than I will.
Yes. I will, Rebbe. Yes.
That'll be good for 30 years. Every night, Doc will dress like a homo, and we'll give him a funny look. Yeah. I am Rebbe Schneerson. Menachem Carson.
Menachem Carson. I do have to take issue with this Daily News headline. How weird Stern's Cleveland trip not vary? It seems, I've read this article. I don't understand the headline, but the article's very nice.
Yeah, the New York Daily News. David Hinckley wrote an article about how ridiculous... Well, he kind of said that it was kind of weird that they cut the line in Cleveland. Cut my broadcast off, but I don't understand the headline, but who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, yakking heat. Befriend your sister. Doc, why don't you write a letter about Branford Marsalis? He attacked your Rebbe Schneerson.
And you've come to the attention of Carl Rowan.
Who's Carl Rowan?
The columnist who writes a column for the New York Post and syndicated throughout the country.
You mean the black guy who is for gun control except he shot someone at his house?
Yes.
Oh, that guy?
Same guy.
Yeah, what about him?
He's talking about this. There's a convention of black leaders going on in Baltimore.
This can't be positive.
And it's the NAACP and Jesse Jackson and Louis Farrakhan is there.
That's great. That's some organization, the NAACP. They're legitimate. Jesse Jackson, who's never held a job, and except for spitting in white people's food, and Minister Farrakhan, who wears a bow tie and runs around with a gold watch and 500 Rolls Royces, and I don't know what he's contributed to the black community.
Calm down.
Leadership.
Well, Carl in his column today laments the fact that instead of focusing on many of the problems in the black community.
Like Howard Stern does.
And finding solutions to those. The press has been fascinated by the few protesters outside of the event protesting the fact that Louis Farrakhan is inside and that he has said some anti-Semitic things.
Yeah, we shouldn't focus on that.
He says many blacks, I among them, resent the repeated suggestions that to avoid being considered anti-Semitic, they have to give a speech or write a column disavowing every anti-Jewish tirade by every black demagogue. I have never asked a Jew to apologize for anything said by Howard Stern or to disassociate himself from Israel in the days when Israel was giving aid and comfort to the apartheid regime of South Africa.
I'm not like the Jew.
Yes, they always mention you.
Yeah, it's great. I love that.
Jew.
Like what I'm saying is the same as this chucklehead. What's his name?
Farrakhan?
Khalid Abdul Shamil.
Oh, him.
Yeah, Carl Rowan makes about as much sense. Ever since that idiot got on Donahue, what's his name? Khalid Allah Muhammad, and mentioned my name. Now I'm like the guy.
You want to thank him.
I'm half Jewish. Moses, move over. I'm the king of the Jews. Rent me a basket and ride down the river.
Oh, boy, Jews. Lay me among the rushes.
They should go over to that NAACP meeting. Shame on them. Drop a net on that place and drag everyone back to Kenya.
Why did he say back to Kenya? Those people probably have never been to Kenya.
Oh, no, they're
Those
from
are
Kenya.
Americans over
No,
there.
they're not. Not in my estimation.
Oh, you're the one who gets to decide.
That's right. You wait till I'm governor of New York. I have a hidden agenda. I just came from a big Jew meeting. About world domination. Oh, when you said Carl Rowan, I thought you meant the guy from Laughing. I swear to God I did.
That was Dan Rowan.
Oh. I said, ooh, I came to his attention. Is he producing anything?
Isn't he dead?
Say goodnight, Dick.
No, it turns out he was resurrected like Rebbe Sneers. There are people in this world who believe that Carl Rowan will be resurrected.
You mean Dan?
Dan Rowan. For a laughing sequel.
He's the comedy messiah.
Yeah. That guy, what's his name, Schultz? Keeps waiting for it to happen. Who's the guy who produced Rowan and Martin's Laughing? Yeah, George M. Schlaughter. He believes that Dan Rowan will be revived.
He's waiting.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening.
Thanks,
folks.
Robin.
Iga ooga. Ooga booga. Yaha. Yucca cucka. Wacka acka.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here. Remember 1-800-52-STERN.
Yucky. Yucky Oakman.
Cougar.
Jackie Cougar Martling. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD.
Cougar.
Only $10 plus 3 shipping and handling. Cougar. Cougar. Price includes full color joke line catalog.
Call 1-800-323-5464. This Friday night, Jackie has a big show at the Comedy Cabaret in the Dover, Delaware Sheridan Inn. For information and samples of Jackie's wild new CD, call 516-922-WINE. W-I-N-E. This Saturday, big show, June 18th, the Fred Norris Band at Downtime in Manhattan. He puts on a good show. Don't miss Stuttering John this Saturday, June 18th at Raw in Bayside, New York. And don't forget, for more information, call 609-546-STUPID. He's got that new CD out. Howard Stern on Letterman, June 24th.
Yeah.
If you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York tri-state area. Call 718-BAG-5040. You know, let's stop promoting that Letterman appearance.
All right.
I have a bad taste in my mouth.
I was wondering what you were going to do about that. I didn't say anything, but you did voice some discontent with your relationship with David Letterman earlier today.
I go on this guy's show. I bring him. I triple his ratings.
You bend over backwards.
Yeah.
You've flown in from vacations to do that show.
And he's never once come on my show. And he's running over to David Brenner's studio for his first day on that stupid show. What?
Letterman's never even been on the phone.
No, of course not. Oh, please. That's a wacky guy, boy.
Fine friend.
That's a guy with real logic behind his every move. Yeah, let's get bored, so.
Oh, on Donahue today, they're doing the first of a 2-segment show with that convicted killer who wants to be executed live on the air.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Donahue's still fighting in court to try to publicize
You better do something to get those ratings up.
that
You should execute Marlowe on that show.
and he has petitioned the courts to let him tape it until it's decided. If they can't come to a decision before the man actually is executed. Guy's on death row in North Carolina.
On Sally Jesse Raphael today, women from Long Island who don't know they can vote for governor of New York.
New York. It's out of our jurisdiction.
All right, you're a little confused there. That's all right, listen, let's...
I couldn't believe Joey was the one who asked, did the bootleg movie?
And Joey said, are you sure you only shot once?
And she gets the show without a radio.
I like those two.
They're cute.
We have fun
Cute
with them.
couple.
We have fun with them. All right, very good. We're going to see you tomorrow, Robin.
Okay.
All right.
97.1